look perfect. They look like they're upsettable. I wouldn't have called the 3-0 grand final from Furia, but at least in that tournament, yeah, they're playing the best right now.
All right, and then we talk about a revenge match because we throw this back to the Austin Major. Well, that was when paiN shook us to our cores and upset versus Furia. Sure, they've played at the Fissure Playground since, and therefore Furia have gotten, we'll call it quote-unquote revenge. But this game with playoffs on the line certainly means more.
Yeah, that was also a run where Molotov was playing with his mouse spongy, not even plugged in. It was in the back of the PC.
He's learned since.
He was lagging on LAN, and now he's leveling up. Queserato on the CZ, we saw this at TWC. He was finding multi-kill after multi-kill in this pistol.
Well, we'll talk Berettas on the ramp hold for the second. P2000 behind box to hold back. And just a little bit of noise in the trophy room before this immediate lobby fallback. Better be on your toes if you are inside that A site. Would have been a death there for biguzera with nades. And yeah, double fake, pump back into the ramp. Berettas pop up, Berettas move down.
Is it a triple fake, though?
Can you do it 3 times?
I think you're allowed. Back up heaven for this top side. biguzera's been holding the util all around. Fallen, P2K dinked, falls back, up they go.
Gonna try to take the fight to Fallen first. They want that opening kill, they'll get it. And still there's a pause button here to be hit if they want to. And you know Yakindar wants in, but he feels that threat towards door. 3 up in heaven, 1 still sitting back on ramp. Now looks to come and join them, dropping down onto the anchor. That's good. Clear sight made easy by NQZ on the 2K.
Yeah.
So Furia get ran through here in this pistol. And how many fakes was that?
3.
Okay.
That's not a pug pistol. A bit more synergy required to pull that off. paiN back and forth. And Yuri nothing to do but save. So paiN come through with a pistol. We always talked about how domestic matchups are harder, the familiarity, maybe the motivation of beating the best in your region, how underdogs often win this game. But this would be one hell of a match to upset on, especially when you consider what's on the line. 14 groups, 3 go through.
Yeah, man, no runway here in Hong Kong. And no kills either for Furia in the pistol. So nice, strong T-side start from paiN Gaming.
Talking about their recent results and how they believe they can win any tournament, but they could also lose any tournament.
Sure.
High ceiling, low floor, that's been paiN, struggling to adapt to the pressure that's put on your shoulders when you make to a major semi-final.
And then absolutely failed to do really anything of note since. You know, struggling and then finding a bit of form in their more recent runs. That's kind of what paiN need to do. Time to gear up for that major again. There was a bit of criticism for paiN and just the sheer lack of officials that they played since Austin to this next major. Just kind of floating in terms of the VRS, having enough to not lose their spot. Obviously, we're talking about a stage 3 team as well for Budapest. Expectations so high, especially when a team like, let's say, paiN UA have already gotten a victory over Mongols. You know, you want to go over to the Americas and kind of see who ranks up one against another. paiN versus paiN, that's an interesting story here at Hong Kong, trying to seize the last chance before the major run.
It's also a well-timed invite for them, considering them coming to the major and to Hong Kong, because we've even seen Legacy lap them back in Bucharest, right? They won that quarterfinal. We saw Legacy in back-to-back finals of their own, and you know, when you consider Furia is obviously #1 in the region, if Legacy are taking the space of #2, well, pressure on paiN to perform at the end of this season, especially here. Top hits, only pistols, but it's a 3-on-4.
Molotov with the Galil makes it a little more interesting.
No.
Now a second Galil picked up by Yakindar as well. We had that up and down on the ladder, but we've also got the recovery halfway done. Molotov's 19 health, but that Galil, and it is indeed enough just to make the difference. Your momentum's out the window,
You're not supposed to win that round. You're really not supposed to win it. paiN.
Oi, oi, oi.
The name is the game right now. Full eco victory for Furia.
This robbery, man, from the rooftops back into heaven. What a wrap around the world for that final piece. You can't blame the player left in sight here in NQZ, not expecting Molotov to have that gun from above and behind.
You're right. Blame everyone else.
Sure. Shout out to everybody else.
NQZ with the scout, but 4 deagles.
Oof.
Always the worst round to lose.
Man.
And Fallen, man of the hour, he takes the Galil. Someone's got to do it.
As a true leader would.
Yeah. No one quite like Fallen with the weapon drops.
What an evolution for Fallen. I believe he can do anything at this point.
Everything except AWP.
Sure, yeah, well. Here comes paiN. Looking to tether alongside Yakindar off that flash from deep CT, so good piece together of a bit of pressure, not letting paiN get close with those pistols and the Kevlar that they bought in with. Oof, Davideus dunked on. And now the scout to try to hope that paiN reveals himself. paiN plays this cool. And Molodoy on cleanup duty already. So Snow hits the ground. There's the one, but it comes by the time that all 4 of your teammates have hit the dirt already. 35 to the clock as NQZ gets whittled down and gets a pushing paiN as his second victim. Doesn't know the player's down beneath him, though. No. That should have been his death right then and there. A third one for the road. Why not?
We'll bang it, yeah. Free damage. Yakindar already tagged. He's onto the pistol
Last
right now.
bullet.
Cover is good. And a couple of kills. Keep it interesting, but it's Furia in control of this game, as is expected after a full eco win.
Yeah, that tough pill to swallow. 2 scout shots. All you get. A slim silver lining. Shout out paiN as well, taking his time from secret stairs. Sure, he is one of the victims to the scout. But it could have come earlier when the pistols were still up, which would have led to that flood of potential paiN success. Now we're talking Glocks on this T side.
Interesting to see paiN even go for the nuke pick, maybe based off of prep. It's not a map they pick into often. It's one they had good success on in Chengdu, though. Taking down Mongols and Tyloo, and even a close game v Spirit. So paiN have recent results. But taking down Furia, a whole different kettle of fish.
A kettle of fish?
Boiled trout.
Can you buy fish by the kettle?
You can put them in it.
Okay. Is that how you make your tea, you freak?
It's more of a soup.
Okay.
Well, let's take stock, because it's a full buy round here for paiN on the T side. No AWP.
Smooth.
Molodoy's got his. He always has his.
What a highlight machine at the moment as well, right? It's gone from like just showing promise to now just showing superstardom. Starting to put himself on that list of players where every time he's in a clutch, you just believe. Have to keep your eyes glued to the screen.
Also, maybe someone should pass demos. I want to know what the success rate is in shots to kills on Molodoy. I feel like he doesn't miss. He's really good at holding. If there's a jiggling player, he won't fire off too soon. He will wait.
Ice in his veins kind of guy.
Cold.
No Zera. Speaking of holding, angle into the lobby as 3 players circumvent it, taking a look at towards the ramp. Haven't seen him head towards that ramp since the pistol. Fallen's well-timed nade softened up BGT and Davideus. Fallen on the rifle, easy 3-piece. It was individual duels, one after another, but you're thinking you're gonna topple Fallen on a solo ramp hold. Now he's got support here in Yakindar. Fallen on for an ace, man. No way he still has it.
Yeah, give him the AK. He's earned that one. Put him down. Snow, nowhere to go and no bomb to plant. He does find a smooth headshot, but it's all Fallen in this round. I was going to say, maybe you go ramp to punish Fallen when he has no util, but that one nade did 100 plus damage.
Let
and he
Fallen
goes in
have
for
at
the
it.
ace.
Cut this kid.
That's actually not cool. That's
It's right there for the
Yakindar let Molodoy have his on the stage. He walked away. Apologize right now.
Unbelievable.
But damn, dude, I mean, like, obviously he's not a star rifler. He's playing all the horrible spots. He's playing the anchor roles. But we've still seen Fallen come out with a multitude of multi-kill rounds ever since he's gone off the AWP.
Yeah. And here's yet another to add to the stack. Do you think that's a symptom of just kind of writing off the ability to push through him, though? Those 3 separate fights? Like, it did feel to me like there was a certain bit of disjointedness in the paiN approach to the ramp. Fallen did, as we watch this, get, look, 3 separate 1v1s.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to line up, but yeah, it's a little weak on the trade. No one hits first bullets. Fallen's got hot hands.
NQZ still in the back there. Really felt like he was waiting for some kind of a ramp peek. Maybe Fallen's position made it think that he was support and not the full committed solo. Either way, paiN didn't have the best picture of the setup, and that's going to cost them round 5. So 4-1 lead ever since losing pistol. Furia yet to look in the rearview mirror.
Stats have been great today. Little nuggets of info. Furia's success on their low buy rounds, but can they get rid of the pistols? That's the question. Great flashbang. Snow needs to hunt this kill, and Nikinda caught on the corner, gives a gun, keep up the pace.
Tempo down towards B. Queserado hoping that they'll just respect that incendiary, or is this already a write-off?
Oh, sniped.
All right, Pistol's got a bit of punch here in the 6th. That's Fallen popped.
Although I can't commit.
Again, it feels like setups for the save, unless Molodoy goes massive. Unless. But back turn towards that B site feels like timing could just get enough footing into the bomb site. Bomb right there in the middle of the pack. Single door swung open. AK in hand. You topple that, then it's just pistols in front of it. And they are going to take a look now. You've already got a position inside of the vent going well. This is a 3v5 coming together. Close proximity on Molodoy. He feels it. And as Snow puts pause on an AK, he will have to chase Queserado back around towards double. This is 2 players inside of the site. Not to mention Molodoy confirmed still over towards that ramp. They're thinking single. Snow opts to go towards control. Still backs turned to him. Pistol and Molodoy down, and Snow's clutch denied. What a 3v5 retake here for Furia when they were on the brink of writing that off.
They were ready to fumble it. They had 2 smokes there. They put both in single door. Miscommunication for a moment for Furia. It's to be expected, but no smoke on bomb is a big scare. Snow almost clutches it out. Low time. Nice try, but it's a 3v5 from Furia. And that's a great example of, again, Molodoy, right? He's not overcommitting. He's waiting for his team to move in, but he also reads his close position. It's a crazy check on the pistol. A little too hot to handle for Snow, and paiN are just trying to find that one rifle round to break in. Orb on the T side. Molodoy waits for the break.
There we go. Opening kill, DGT and Davideus from above. Ooh. There's the pop back out of Molodoy.
Let him go. Just take the smokes, go down secret.
Back-to-back 3v5, Hugo Byron?
Surely not.
Nice. And QZ making sure there is no escape for Molodoy. Probably going to know that Furia needs to move those pieces around, that the bomb sites are under question. Molodoy can't just continue to float around in garage, hoping for a stray piece to come his way. He'd already gotten exactly that, sitting 9-4. Great start for the Kazakh start.
Gamble starting to be regretted now. Fallen has moved back up the ramp with that second AWP. But doesn't really leave in a position to stop this round from happening unless he gets up the ladder in time. The bomb is up there in heaven. Oh, scope. Likelihood. biguzera just needs to drop the bomb down. It's the only way this round can go wrong is if he's killed. But Fallen's reset lobby. Yuri still waits on the B site. And with that bomb dropped in, you would like to think it's unlosable.
You'd like to. Odds Furia believe in this?
No, I just don't know how you save, though. You back ramp save with the backside plant.
Yeah, so what?
No, I don't know if you can.
Right.
I don't know if you can. I actually don't know.
You think Fallen knows?
I've seen Vitality try and save on T-Roof.
Sure.
Okay? So who knows?
Yeah.
Let's find out together.
All right. We're here to learn.
I would bet no.
Yeah, at
but
99?
It's Fallen.
Jay says yes.
Okay.
J-Raz knows all. Ruddy has still 60 health, Hugo.
Yeah, I'm not even close.
He's throwing snake oil open here.
Nuke bomb, I've got bad memories.
God, you had so much confidence. I believed you. I'm a sucker. J-Raz knows.
Snake oil tastes the sweetest.
I hear it helps with vitality. So there it is. 7 rounds into play, paiN get that second. They thought it would come in the second round converting pistol. Instead, they've had to work hard for it. But NQZ, who had his impact last round with that boost behind red, getting the better of Molodoy, really felt like they ensured it. And that's in a situation where they even had man advantage, but it still needed assurance. Smoke for Yukindar to have to deal with. Quesarado tucks in behind vent. And what's Snow's route? Dude, back turn. They really have not considered this whatsoever. Oh no! Oh, he had 2 points of contact!
Oh, through the wall.
And he walks away with neither. Feels like Furia just stepped in front of a bus and still somehow didn't get run over. NQZ, though, takes that back. And now Yuri up above HUD has the players walking out onto his bomb site. Another rebuttal comes out of paiN. And Molodoy's got the headshot onto Davideus. We go even 2v2. DGT takes chip damage and bomb on the ground for the time being. 35 seconds on this clock.
Yeah, someone's got to put it down, though. You'd almost want it to be DGT. Fallen ready to fly up the vent on a moment's notice, and this pause has given time for Molodoy to wrap back through lobby. NQZ, it's all worth it if he finds this kill, but Molodoy's in no hurry. Fallen calls to slow down, and that timing could work perfectly for Furia.
Yes, sir. Molodoy hits his. Down to 1 bullet in that Ops magazine. Clutchable attempt for DGT, just missed timing.
Yeah, someone calls that.
Good. Tries to elicit the reaction, gets exactly what he needs, but now will he get taken off of the plant? Molodoy goes for the wallbang, and it's only a pistol.
Got it.
Oh, it's good. We go into the clutch. DGT's 10 points of health here versus a 12-4 Molodoy sitting pretty on 3 kills in this round already. Find his timing on the flank. Can he figure out the post-plant position? He's out from HUD, and he doesn't get a chance to sake a last shot. 5-3, the lead cut down. A big clutch out of paiN.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Fallen probably doesn't realize he's been spotted there. He comes straight back up, but you would have loved Molodoy to be playing fast with him to trade the kill. Instead, he's going for hot wall bangs. Not quite on the same page there. A clutch round pull back for Furia, but even more so for paiN, who win an integral rifle round early in this T side.
Felt like Molodoy missed that wallbang by an inch.
Yeah.
Leg shot through the wall, wouldn't have mattered. 10 health DGT, so close to being toppled in that round, and yet it makes a difference. Economy still good for Furia, not busted just yet. But paiN have effectively started chipping away at that lead and put themselves in a place to make a half of this. Don't forget, on the recovery, don't forget, victims of losing a 5 versus 3, and still they're holding it together.
Now we talked about Snow's change in positions and roles on this T side. He was a prospect coming into this team. We never really saw it. Slotted in some very difficult solo anchor positions. He's now been way more aggressive in these last couple of events. Seen him at the forefront of this team. He's going to move behind the smokes outside solo. The rest of his team, 50 seconds, out-ramp together, but 2 here.
Just off the flash, NQZ on the angle, gets his second. There we go, cracking open ramp with the op. And now what?
Trade off, back down, just keep the speed up. paiN have the advantage. They have Snow almost there in time to cut rotates. Single door, a possibility. Double, unlikely.
It's nice to see NQZ finding his groove as this game has gone on. You're gonna need an answer to Molodoy. Near mirrored stat lines as he finds impact in the last few rounds.
There's an AWP free on ramp. Not the Furia would know.
Nothing in life is free, Hugo Byron. Say it.
Nah.
I see that grin.
I'm behaving myself.
Oh yeah? Once Harry leaves, suddenly you're a proper gentleman, huh?
Oh, Creighton! Oh!
Suddenly, a costly close to the 9th. Just tried to allude to that economy staying healthy, but eesh, 2 deaths at the end won't help.
Yeah, 3K, 4K, it's not great actually. Might have to be an eco. Shouldn't shock you to see Molotov buy random Kevlarless AWP, but I would like them to just take a breather here because paiN are waking up.
Yep.
3 rounds straight. This should be a 4th. It's 1 saved gun. And FURIA in a bit of trouble here on the CT side. Mentioned paiN's recent run at Chengdu. Call it a run. I mean, it was more on just Nuke having good maps in Lost Series.
Under pressure here to get both these frags. Had the support all around him, so he's in one of those positions where he doesn't have to worry about anything. Trade potential so high. Just nice of him to get it done on his own. And that'll give FURIA something to think about. And there it is.
Yep.
Economy fails them. Finally, 10 rounds into play.
This is still an eco.
Sure.
Despite Molotov's forced AWP. No Kevlar behind it, as I said, so squishy. Smoke's down outside. What is he expected to do? Yakinda has a nade, but he's too far away. So unless they push through this smoke...
It feels like Snow has been testing at times.
This is not a round they need to. With 4 players crossing, just stay grouped. They know the economy's low, and with no nades on smoke, that only confirms what you already think. Yuri's going to try block them at B.
Drops the smoke down in front of them. Snow to lead this pack. DGT could be susceptible to this pinch if Cacerado and Fallen find timing together. But it looks like they're just going to hope Molotov catches that movement back if Yuri's smoke was enough to deter paiN. And sure enough, they're starting to peel away, but biguzera, instant headshot. That's an unarmored opper down, the best piece of this sketchy FURIA situation goes down. And because they didn't find that opening inside of the lobby, we get the stomp coming over from Yakinda. He's having a rough go of it, and NQZ executes him. Bullet to the back of the head. There is still this 5-7 tucked in behind the vent, and we're talking 20 seconds to this clock as Fallen's MP9 is cleared. All's good. Yuri threw that smoke downstairs earlier. They should still be able to cover this, and yeah, excellent answer back by paiN. Could Molotov have hit that red shot as biguzera crossed back? That is what they look for, and it was absolutely there, but a quick reaction from biguzera keeps this streak of round wins coming.
Yeah, I mean, he's aware of it, right? The block comes in lower, but just he's in the open. When he tries to reposition, he wants to get out there as soon as possible. Surprised to see Yakinda run this one, right? You said he's having a rough go at things. It's not wrong, but the comm that they have full outside and they've had it the entire round. I feel like Yakinda will be a little bit more aware. 1 of 6 right now. FURIA let paiN into this game. And you ask what it would have been without that full eco win, but either way, paiN are looking to win out the half right now, and this round would set them up to do so. No orb. Molotov pays the price of that force buy. Feckless. paiN a very slow start to the round, only now getting to red at 120. Yakinda back garage. Covering the big wrap, FURIA. That means they're not focused on B in this round.
Boy, drops down into him, peels back instantly. And the Yakinda hold outside. Yeah, again, he's trying to find timing, but Hugo, we're talking a 1-7 Yakinda now. 1-7.
It's not gone well for him. Position would have worked as well. They were coming back late outside, but going for the fight, maybe feeling like he has to force it. And now Cacerado certainly does. 3 on 5 through the smoke with the flash, back turn traded.
Flash lets them know it's coming. Ready to answer. At a double man advantage to try to work this one downstairs. We're gonna get a hold towards that smoke still outer. Davideus lingering. But at 30 seconds, they throw Molotov into the back of that site. He's got nothing to lose here. Famas in hand, pressure inbound. And at the moment, NQZ just kind of ahead of biguzera, who is bringing inbound with bomb. They split. They're going to come in from double and 2 on single doors. If Molotov drops that bomb, creates some kind of weird timing, it's a clutchable situation because the bomb planter's busy. biguzera comes off of it. Now he's going to have to replant, and his cover's not here. Molotov from the rafters just dodges danger. 15-7 off of what is effectively a 1v4 clutch.
Oh, I'm glad he forced the AWP and put him on the rifle, which puts him in the round-winning position. 3 kills on that B site, and biguzera had the stick. He got off it. No cover. And that was paiN with a chance to win out the half. That was them coming back into this game after a strong start from Furia on this CT side. Now fumbled.
Another Molodoy moment.
You called him clutch at the start of the game, and he's definitely proven that in just 11 rounds. He is double the next best player on his team and then some.
Oh man, you could almost feel it coming with the way he just crouches into the back of Raptors, gives them all that false confidence within the bomb site. And then a slight disjointedness between that double door push and the one piece of coverage trying to go through smoke the first time. Enough to frazzle biguzera, get him off the bomb plant attempt. And another wild round for Furia. Can't forget it. 3 versus 5 earlier in the half, a 1 versus 4 effectively right here at the tail end of it. Securing them at the very least a tied half after this CT side, and that streak of paiN rounds not going to finish off the half with total positivity. And a 5v4 to boot here in the 12th.
Timing missed. Is Molodoy aware? Looks like he wants to go back up the vent, but Snow did make it down before that break. Molodoy in the open. Snow, nice shot. He's had a couple of these down secret, but his team have rarely been able to get to him and convert rounds. And ramp is locked again. K-Star joining Fallen. So don't feel like this is your way in. Minute on the clock, and Snow is stuck holding vent. Is this just a fake out here from DGT, or will the bomb really come and join him? Fallen playing with his food. And paiN uncertain about where they want to end, trying to figure out where the stack lies. A is the weakness right now. You can just still watch his yard. It's just Yuri backside. Bomb going ramp. Fake on upper. Fallen's out.
K-Star peeling back. Oh, but he gets the kill right before rounding the corner. Bomb spotted in the process. Through with the Famas. Yakindar is nuts.
He hit the dink.
And he will end this half 1-8. That's the way he goes down to end it.
Crazy.
Fallen a little late to the party in terms of the ramp flank. Yuri still steps behind him. We're going to go bomb plant on the Astralis corner. Coverage over towards single. A shadow advantage for DGT, but now a reload needed. And with his flashbangs, he'll fall back with that fresh mag. Tough clutch to pull off if you're Furia in this one. Half health K-Star. Yuri tries to go first, and they're going to end this one with a couple headshots. Again, the tale of this half is all about the rebuttal. Furia may have strung those 5 rounds together, but it's still a 6-round T-side half out of paiN.
Have to accelerate. Lear to be tested. Santa, he's in the right place to lend a hand as well, and calm, composed first is good. Lear down after 1.
Remember, Zwei got leg. This is a tough retake. Both have AWPs right now.
AWP retake? Oh, he hasn't planted yet. But it feels like it's a guarantee. Risky's not playing to disrupt the plant. Zwei just holding for the potential to retreat.
Soundcue will allow Zwei to accelerate. Well, Zwei moves.
How on earth do you win this one with 2 orbs? Especially when the healthy one gets beheaded. Okay, DGT. He's given them what they need.
Well, maybe biguzera doesn't want to make it too complicated on the entire team. Fozy lining up 1 more kill, ready for the triple. Almost had 1 more bullet to take down biguzera, but that should do it.
There's a world where biguzera could actually find a headshot here. I mean, this setup is kind of ridiculous to deal with, but if he can manage to find a way to dismantle this. I mean, they were isolated in that setup, so I take it backhanders. He's getting 1v1s here. He's got 2 1v1s. There's 2 more to get, and there's time to plant the bomb, and there's nothing to stop him from doing this. And out of nothing, a 1v4. Surely not! biguzera resetting the situation again, and now fear starts to set in for wild card. That is atrocious.
Frozen. Dead over at long, and Cowers only good for the first. It's this rotate in from the Snow AWP. Every time FaZe tried to hit that B site, Snow had something to say about it now, and this AWP
He's got it down.
The lone defender over here at A. Now the man who's got to clutch up. He's burnt out a leash. It's just Brokey left to find. Missed shot. Snow will capitalize. Another big round from paiN's young gun.
From the B site. And QC mollied out, has to make a call. He plays on the edge of it. It doesn't quite spread to his position. He's still got a chance to take one shot, and it connects. Disappearing is Furia in middle. They walk into this crossfire. They get turned to mulch. Compost, Fallen can't follow up. It's NQZ, a three-piece to find a flawless half for paiN.
Man, usually when it's kaiSeRaTO left up in clutch moments, you're willing to extend him the benefit of the doubt. You're willing to say, don't count him out of this. But he's not been a force to be reckoned with in these clutches for Furia. They've often felt a little tame. And there's still so much util to burn through here on the paiN side. They can take pace out of this. They don't need to. His teammates now set up in main, and so NQZ dying does not mean all hope is lost. Davideus still in this, but half the time ticked off this bomb already. Furia now know they've got to get a move on. Davideus trying to make the play that makes this a winning half for paiN, and with that incision cutting through Furia, Davideus has answered the call. That 1v3.
It's a Furia sitting pretty with 6 rounds, but 3 of those rounds by the skin of their teeth. A Molodoi 1v4, a 3 versus 5 retake down on lower B, and a force buy in the second round to fund that streak of rounds in their essence, Mohan. This was a tough half for Furia. They walk around with 6, but they've got a T-side set out for them, and clearly paiN have brought the challenge to the table today.
Obviously, Furia are showing us levels right now, and because they can use that X factor more consistently versus almost anybody, they can escape losing a game like this. But even still, 6 rounds, they might not be happy about it, especially with Ykinder only having that 1 kill.
Wee. Little shadow to let them know. Couple players crossed over. NQZ hasn't taken down just yet. kaiSeRaTO's got fangs into the main with a flash assist off Ykinder, and that A site is looking vacant at the moment. biguzera and DGT couldn't be further apart in the moment. Heaven kill could have just maybe let biguzera back in, but with bomb down, Furia now no better.
I'm not gonna lie, when the game started, you know, domestic matchup, even though Furia kind of destroyed them last time, there's like these close moments, and oh, okay, here's a retake actually that's underway.
biguzera 3 kills deep. You know, he's just fired up from that multi-frag, but can't get anything more. Now DGT's got to close this. No kit, smoke down onto the bomb, and he's going to try to elicit a bit of panic here from Ykinder. Makes contact with the knife, gets him off the defuse, and will therefore win this pistol. It's a valiant effort from biguzera, but that one's going to come up Furia.
Yeah, they get the kills at the very least. They make it scary in a retake and a pistol where a lot of people maybe save in this situation these days. But yeah, there's something about, especially again with Furia just winning another trophy, this can happen to any team. They're always vulnerable the week after. You get really excited about it. I said on the major immediately after winning these greater goals, and sometimes you get sloppy on the opening day. paiN are a team, everybody has been criticizing them, really down their neck about how good they should be compared to where they started off at the beginning of the season. And they're trying to be best in Brazil. So here's Furia coming through, getting all the spotlight, and it's certainly a team that they study a lot. But Furia, they may have let them stabilize, with the X Factor rounds already in that first half.
Just trying to time another uptick in performance. That really is, to me, the story of paiN in these final few events before Budapest, where obviously everybody wants to peak. Ooh. NQZ catching the kaiSeRaTO kill will certainly help. Again, we're talking 2 M4s and an MP9 here for paiN, looking to give Furia a taste of their own medicine. CT force buy worked out back in the very first half, but Yuri's already in the process of the recovery. Mac 10 on the control panels. biguzera's Deagle looking to nip away at this. Oh, and even by burning him out, DGT still brings one with him. biguzera, Davideus both with a kill apiece. And with Yuri in the middle of the site with bomb on his back, it's a 40-second clutch attempt as he disengages, and they will lose sight of him.
Yeah, and there's, NQZ up here with 4 HP, but Is he really that vulnerable? I sat watching this. Yuri, he's usually smart about these moments.
Done. What goes around comes around, and paiN will pull it off with that lower B setup. The fact DGT gets burned out of dark and still deagles a player in the process.
We see a round like this and we go, you know, paiN, don't let this be a moment where you have a game that could have already been over. You win an eco round that you're not supposed to win in the second half, but Furia still overpower you. Like, 3 up.
Nice guys indeed, but no nice guys on paiN. Here for the win. Versus a buy that they should certainly take a round off of. We've got Tech9s and Deagles trying to group up outside of main. Yukindar sees that as an invite. But again, we're talking about a Yukindar who only has 1 kill in this map. A tough go of it. Make it 2. 0-8 since round 3. And of course, the moment we prepare a stat like this, he's in with the Deagle headshot. A reminder. And a reminder that goes the other way. Sat back down. 4v2 comfortable for paiN. Yeah, a little bit of contact outer. They know where the last one's at. Sure, they're taking damage. Davideus and QZ both susceptible to that Tech9, but it doesn't come through with anything else. And 4 alive, 4 paiN's a perfect place to be.
Yeah, in the end, they don't go down. They save lots of money here. It's actually just going to be really tough now for Furia. They've got their work cut out for them. They obviously have the tools, but you know, you look to fire and paiN in a moment like this. Furia are becoming a team that will not have fire in moments like these. They're going to expect to be saving that for semifinals and for playoffs. They're waiting for the end of the marathon because they know they're going to get there to that final 200 meters or so. The reputation is starting to get a lot stronger. And you know that teams like paiN are going to be really trying to steal their valor.
For the first time in this map, paiN have a lead. And it's one that should grow versus Glock's outer. Slow crawl, easy contact, and a farm as far as paiN are concerned. Bomb at your feet guarantees it. No trickery with Yukindar being the last one up. Don't have to worry about an injection of money. As clean as can be here for paiN's 9th round win.
Now we get a real taste of what Furia can do. The investment back after a bit of an upset in the second half already. Money to work with, but it's the best possible bounce back for paiN. And we're looking at a ton of utility, but 3 Galils here for Furia. No op in play. But no op on the other side either. Playing way back and watching.
Maladoy quick to get up on top of the silo. They let biguzera cross with no real contests. And QZ also going to lean back for an angle. Trying to challenge as if the cross could be confirmed, but waiting for that secret peek, and biguzera seems like he's going to give it to him. It's a Galil versus the M4.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Maladoy on biguzera. Little exchange of damage, and Maladoy actually comes out on top of that exchange.
They deny a good amount of information. I mean, Fallen shows bomb outside, but it's not clear that the intention was to go here. It feels like he's telling everybody, like, make sure you stay alive. We got a posture that we're doing something, draw some grenades out, but we know we don't have that AK advantage on everybody. It's become sort of a lurky maneuver to the back of Mini. You can see this huge lean. There's no one ready to go ramp, so this one could come back upstairs in a few seconds.
Serato gets a chance to leave that corner unspotted with the smoke in front of him. Snow towards main, and him and Davideus lining up easy kills in front of main. Now NQZ's under pressure, and they're gonna let their guard down. He strikes while the distraction is hot. And paiN are the first to secure those double digits with a 3-layered upper hold.
That was pretty nice. I mean, they were unflappable. They did not get scared. They picked all the right spots. They held on to information like they should. And even though it was a small moment, the fact that they didn't kill biguzera peeking up from secret. He got a little bit of info outside. He fought back a touch. That's the kind of info play that kills the clock a little bit more, that takes the wind out of the sails for FURIA, who are trying to get a 5v4 easily so they can go forward with just like a more simple split. That idea is just thrown to the wayside. And again, there's no Rampler coming out. There's no full upper pop. A lot of grenades are used in that first volley outside. It's a lot of fakes, a lot of feigning, but at the end of the day, FURIA just needed some kind of lurk kill to just take the edge off. But look at it, the setup's amazing. Those are two extremely powerful angles to use versus Mini that also cover the wide swing out of Squeaky.
And lack of a hut exit really lets Davideus get away with that one. Full focus on main instead. He had kaiSeRaDo inside of the lobby, but didn't really join up as they needed. So sent back down to the sidearms are FURIA. paiN starting to pull away with what has been flawless since the Force Buy win. Got NQZ tonight firing on all cylinders. Oh, and biguzera keeps the pressure on thick. Double through the smoke.
We used to call him Brazilian Donk.
That makes sense. Pressure outer. We get the hut challenge out of kaiSeRaDo. Davideus' guns getting empty, but no commitment as kaiSeRaDo whittled down to 15 health. Woo, paiN are making this CT side look smooth.
Yeah, they're schmoovin'. I mean, yeah, is there even a plant in sight? I don't think so.
With the way that FURIA just split up, Snow should have this. Oh, should. Being the operative word, we're gonna get that bust out through control, but that is all they'll get. A frag on Snow, not nearly enough, as paiN will establish an 11th.
Yeah, paiN have showed up, man, and they've really survived a lot of treachery again already this game. But you know, with this gap and how strong the second half has been, is sort of a question: did FURIA ever really stand a chance now? They've got to have something good to get a bomb plant, make this second half look competitive, because right now it's just the pistol that they're going off of.
God. See you later. Yeah, I feel like Yakindar's all
Worst day ever.
You know, we've all been there. He's just going through it at the moment. But luckily with Yakindar, we all know he's had worse days. He's seen the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
And he's come back from it in a fantastic way. So this, bug on the windshield in terms of his lows.
Yeah, he's earned some grace at this point. He's always burning the candle at both ends.
biguzera keeping his head tucked as he hears that stomping going on from FURIA, and by the time Yuri and kaiSeRaDo depart ramp, what do you have to show for it? No control anywhere else on the map. For all you know, that bomb's already been found by paiN pushing base of Silo. And so they've got to come at this so cautiously if they even want to take any sort of swing at this 19th round, and they don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
They got wiped out every opening start. Like they're the strongest start is staying alive with their Galils until it's late and then trying to split up. Or that was about as close they've gotten to even making it scary. It's a statement here from paiN. Very impressive stuff.
Just conceding that 12th and letting paiN go up to what will now be 6 rounds straight on a CT side with no bomb plant even from FURIA.
Yeah. Look, your twin NQZ, 21-9.
That's my goat.
He's on contacts now, so.
We had to put a little distance between us. We're going through some things. Just a sliver of Yakindar. All he needs to see. And a clip of Molodoy's wings on his way down. And even that, right, which could have been the opening.
Yeah.
Yakindar's going to kind of take the spotlight in terms of the struggles, but Fallen had the jump on what could have been a kill towards Secret. Another little answer back from Furia at a disadvantage, but no dice. This roll on Nuke coming up, Snake Eyes for Furia. Giving themselves 5 map points. paiN feeling flawless. NQZ reacts by trying to put that off back on the hut push. And what a jumble inside of the hut this is from Furia. No exit afforded to them. A little bit of pressure still with utility, but they're going to take this challenge over towards DGT. Fallen with the bomb. You've got the off on the miss. DGT slips down closer towards the ramp, and they will find a little bit of map control here as Fallen takes this bomb up to heaven, it seems.
The CTs know that they've just shown 2. They're lower.
Oh, you're going to get this. You've got players.
Oh,
but that
yeah,
makes sound. That's going to give him an easy alert. Snow now ready to hold this. Wide swing out by the pistol. Great transfer out of Davideus. And Yakindar will need to double his kills here and now in this round. And with bomb already dropped back behind him, he has a real shot at this. In anticipation of this move from NQZ, from the bottom of the scoreboard, to a potential clutch, a jump spot from the back of the site, didn't get the contact. NQZ, top of the board versus the bottom, and that is why. Taps back into what he has shown us all map long. 21 frags from paiN's Opper to take Nuke with a message. You lose to the force buy, and you lose straight up.
What a reaction. What a reaction, man. It's a team agnostic, opportunity where if you win a tournament, the first match after you win a tournament, you are always a little bit more vulnerable, whether it's your guards down, maybe you're too elated from the win, maybe you're thinking about too far into the tournament already since you did so well in the last one. Whatever it is a consistent feature in Counter-Strike, especially because the tournaments happen back-to-back.
Yeah.
There's not that many sports that you can see that happen in.
No rest for the wicked.
No rest for the wicked. And that does mean you can't be on every time. And after a championship Sunday with the confetti coming down, an opening game is something you hope comes easy. And we saw Yakinder wake up really late into the game.
Yes,
he
sir.
did get some nice kills right there.
Yeah, it felt like it was on the brink of kind of coming alive.
Yeah.
A little too late to party. What's tough here for Furia is obviously, no strangers to the Overpass pick as of late, but you come off of a map loss. Now you're playing this burden of a T side. So
Actually, we got B-Trams. I wonder if he could pull that stat. How many teams suffer opening matchups after a win in history? Or
make
is
the
it
man
just-
work.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Here we go into the execute towards the B bomb site. Looks like the heaven smoke missed. Not ideal, we'll say. And so there's going to be this gap where paiN can take a peek if biguzera takes it in from heaven. But the kill feed's full to the Furia's favor. To hell with the smoke grenades. There's barely even any damage done in response. That is the perfect way for Furia to kick off this rebuttal.
Yeah, it's Fallen just laying in wait. Perfect spot by him. Good shots coming in. They're not totally ready for this.
Who missed the smoke, Launders? Who missed the smoke?
Who missed the smoke?
I wasn't paying close enough attention to the utilities.
If I knew,
blame.
yeah, I wouldn't say.
That's fair.
Only demo watchers.
It was Fallen.
It was Fallen?
It was Fallen, man.
It was Fallen?
He didn't miss the flashes, but he did miss the smoke.
He's got the best flashes in the world.
Hello.
Oh,
And
the
goodbye.
triple boost.
Nasty stuff.
It's just that kind of day, Yakinder.
That's true. Of all people on the receiving end is the triple long A boost.
Clearing the left side, clearing the right side.
Flashbacks to Nuke already. Right now we have yet to have a team win the pistol and convert in this series. We'll see if that trend gets kicked right here, right now. but it's off of a 4 versus 5 that it's got to come together. You know that scout's still floating towards A most likely. You know you've got some dangerous ground to still cover to get close to the plant zone. And if you take this over towards bathrooms to find the closer exit, you face 2 more CTs. So A is looking well defended at the moment if you are paiN. 45 seconds, Furia. You better figure this one out.
Doesn't look like they're going to turn around with this Molotov position.
Here we go then.
It's a great smoke.
Utility over the top. MP9 blindsides Yuri. 2 more players in the bathrooms. Fallen takes damage. NQZ pushes it over the line, and they still don't know about that second one on the half wall. Great reaction from Crazy Serrato. Molotov over top of Dice. And another force buy round win in the face of a pistol loss.
Oh, it's looking very consistent on that stat. My goodness. That's an awesome round out of paiN, but it feels like there was not a proper scouting report here for Furia on that A attack. They went quietly into a stack that I don't think paiN were, they haven't really had any plans of rotating back. There was no pressure. Kinder just has no idea what happened. So it's also a great tactic to put some time pressure on Furia. On a map like this, you lose your log lurker. That does kill 30 seconds if you want to come back to A. This map's all about boosts. There's vertically stacked sites, but even if the map was flat on those sites, there'd be tons of boosts on both sides of the map that are going to win and lose you games. Like you'll see teams like Aurora, for example. Like you see how much Madger abuses getting up on the site, different timings for spamming and boosting over the sandbags on B, and over on A. There's lots of opportunities for that too. On Optimus, on the park sign. As we saw that triple on long. This map is just tactics, and
There's
more
so
tactics.
many options,
Yeah.
man. That's why it's such a great map.
Yeah.
Never feels too static. But
Yeah.
man, can it feel suffocating if you're on a T side up against guns like these. It's going to have to be another blind follow-through out through bathrooms. Perfect entry. Case Serrato's Tech 9 insta-kill. You've got Deagle contact down towards long. NQZ up close, and they're breaking down the doors. paiN fumble this one in the face of a Tech 9 rush.
Yeah, all headshots with those Tech 9s.
The TTK on those Tech 9s was damn near instantaneous.
Yeah, Caserato's target didn't see a thing. That was just a quick assassination outside of the bathrooms. 3 players there on the A site. Normally you say on A, if you play on the A site, it's not enough room to defend against an anti-eco, but they had an outside bathrooms player. They did have good enough presence right there to stop it, but low telegraph move here from Furia, right from their flashes into their exec.
Happened so fast, I bet you don't even hear it.
Yeah, what keeps them quiet?
Instant execution. biguzera
It's being spotted, but intermittently, and there's this one moment where he's not watching, and there's a flash over top as well. It's a good exec. But that's not the kind of round you think about too much of your paiN. I think, you play that back, they're going to win most of the time. 3 players on that position. If that first bullet from the Tech 9 doesn't hit, his teammate stays alive, he stays alive. But for now, it's a chance for Furia.
Costly, man. MP9 and 2 M4s in the hands of Furia now. What a perfect way to kickstart this T side after you just gave away momentum. So we go back and forth in terms of the force wins.
Man, they're kind of already figuring out that it's A very early. They have blue control. They have 2 players outside ready to catch lurks to watch for biguzera, so there doesn't have to be any noise giveaways.
Love this activity out of paiN. Feels like they're playing as if they know they have to make a move to get this back.
It's quite a good setup. They dismantle it to quietly wrap around because it's looking like a long round. They technically don't have full information on a full B as exec, but
still, though, lingering down by that B site. Majority still just staring at the monster smoke. There's no move up yet from even Davideus, the freest of the 3.
Oh, a late smoke. 40 seconds.
They heard that flash up in the upper bathrooms. They're going to confirm behind the smoke there are indeed bodies. fast scramble up from the B site. You can see those last two players trying to make it up in time. Blinded is the 5-7. Davideus emerges from dumpster, but dies empty-handed. They lose track of NQZ. They will hunt him down along that wall, and it is only biguzera of the 3 first fights to come out with anything for paiN. Low health on 2 of the paiN players. Low health.
Wait, they didn't plant.
On 2 of Furia as well. This Spamus comes back into the action. Now the player behind Dice gets cleared. Fallen's gonna rush the bomb. Does he have time? No, just misses.
Did he just miss it?
Just misses. Doesn't. No, he does. Oh my God. Clock was
spotted.
so close, and yet he gets away. Battle the IGLs. Health advantage Fallen. And as he takes to the Tech 9, a cross needed for the kit. No immediate reaction. Fallen makes a loud step back into the cover, and he's gonna think that biguzera would have crossed over towards the dumpster. biguzera now sticks this 5
the right
seconds
play.
long, and he gets away by mere milliseconds. It is a round decided by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah, it's a round decided by micro right there. There's a couple of key individual decisions. My goodness, I thought it looked like Fallen had missed it too. Taking that extra second to plant on that side of Dice, he seemed to be super worried that the long flank was coming in. I'm not exactly sure, but regardless, gets that plant down. Wow. That might have been a sub-tick plant, to be honest.
How close are both of those? How close are both?
And CSGO, once they sat in a server, I mean, there was all there was enough testing to show that if the clock said 4 in CSGO and you planted the bomb, you were good. Technically, it was less than 4 seconds, though.
Right.
It was like 3.5 or whatever. But if you saw 3, it was over.
Yep.
That was pretty much the deal. But now with sub-tick, like, there are going to be some, I think, better chances where if it's like fading right.
That was one of them,
a little
man.
bit, yeah. It feels
I'm telling
like
you, that was one of them.
It feels like that was just under 4, but we're not exactly sure.
In both directions. It feels like that round in both the bomb plant and defuse timing is just a perfect argument for how the start of Overpass has been.
Yeah.
It's been that narrow of a difference between the two. And another round where money is on the line for both sides. Damn near entirety. Furia, a couple $1,000s to spare across the board, but they get the first blood by going for the boost. And that flash is so good, because you saw Furia wanting to gun out through Monster for this. Yakindar into the kill feed with a double, frag dunked on Snow. And even though that boost finds good timing, it is a fast move from Furia through the flashbang that will still prevail.
What in the world? That was beautiful work out of Yakinder. I mean, not even moving his crosshair for the second player, knowing how that approach was going to come. Excellent read of the situation. Great first shot. And a little upgrade here for biguzera.
Man, it really felt like that flashbang took the wind out of Furia's sails, but they regained vision and just as quickly regained momentum. Hot to the trots, Yakindar with the double. Finally, a feels-good moment for him throughout this series.
Yeah, not exit kills or good moments, but no impact off of it. Just the 2 raw entries to answer back to 5v4 with the great boost.
That flash right there. It still follows through.
So good.
Oof. Great POV as well. Nice catch. DGT gets slammed and a frag kill to boot. paiN will force down to it again. Oh man, feels like this map's gonna get decided by this early battle.
You got to, right? Because you had a chance to win that last round too.
I've had 4 close rounds in a row now. Good trade back from DGT, but the cover's there, and the edge goes Yuri's way inside of Connector. 4 versus 2 advantage looking good for Furia on this one.
Also, the #1 sign of a weird economy is a T holding a FAMAS.
Sure.
That's got to be it. Like an MP9, not even, that'd make more sense. But if you've got to save your opponent's FAMAS, like you're on the struggle bus.
Worst case for Fallen is there's, I was going to say, other than that one M4, you're going to find another FAMAS or an MP9.
Look how much better this buy looks all
Yes,
of a
sir.
sudden.
Okay,
Just,
sigh of
stacked
relief
up.
that you're not stuck with it again.
Okay, don't want to run out of time.
They'll
They're
find
both
a way.
on A, or no?
Oh, Snow's still floating downstairs. Caserado sent out on an expedition to
Oh,
try
they're
to
getting
find.
scared because they don't see anyone.
How deep does he get?
Fallen's got to go back down now, surely.
Do they have a smoke for heaven? Yeah, Caserado would. Fallen can also throw his own.
Okay, okay. Surely this can't go wrong.
I mean, Snow has.
Oh.
He jumps out, makes sound on the drop. Caserado trying to cover this. Snow's going
Wait,
to
you won't
advance the
see
fight
him.
from Rim. No
Time!
way. We're going to do this again.
No, Caserado gives himself away. No chance to get this plant.
Oh, God.
And dying after time would be the worst. Oh, it's happened. What?
They can't believe it. Snow slips out from heaven, and I mean, a silent drop?
A silent drop, and also the pathing. Every single, he walked up into the first turn where Caserado can't see from CT spawn,
This
then
game
right
is
up
on
against the wall. I can't
The
believe
finest margins.
he's just like.
And also the smoke that you give yourself doesn't even cover the full plant.
Yeah, well, he probably thought Caserado at least has this position for sure cleared. Technically, Caserado never knew if someone was back there, but if they were there the whole time, they would have shown themselves.
Right? Well, well, well. Suddenly that Tech 9 in Fallen's hands would have rathered a FAMAS.
Yeah. Wow.
2v4.
2v4. And it's only
also-
because they tried to do their due diligence in
And
scouting
now
B.
we have a round where Furia are standing on the A bomb site at a minute 10, bomb in tow.
Oh, here it comes.
NQZ is going to turn back thinking
This
this is a
peak.
possibility, but is he this ready?
Oh.
Yes, indeed. At least for one, but Yuri slips the net, gets over towards the dumpster, not to mention
here.
this long push being held by Yakindar. We go kills back and forth. Bomb has arrived on site, but the rotation's going to come up into a well-armed Yuri. He gets the jump on Davideus. Now there's this weird bank flank that's coming through. Fallen's nervous inside of the bomb site because they know about NQZ. It is another wild antic. And NQZ's feeling squeezed.
What?
He's lost track of Fallen, recovers the moment, and it looks like paiN will finally get away. Looks like, but don't believe it till it hits the damn scoreboard. Flash and a Molotov over the top. Caserado gets team flashed. Low health player has to reposition. And all three CTs take cover. The boost! Just giving him a chance at finding that headshot is insane. Yakindar's gonna go for that bomb pickup. This could be his biggest moment yet. Sticks the bomb plant, cover comes through. He'll find the extra money, but paiN have done it. Believe your eyes. Consecutive round wins.
Hey, all he wanted was a plant, right? That's a win. Nothing else happened that round.
Insane.
Furia got what they were looking for. This is ridiculous what's happening this game. First of all, good awareness from MTZ to come back, realize the map's quite quiet. Furia, of all teams, have invented this play of if you get the space around bathrooms to walk all the way into the A site. I mean, we're talking about a team that only has Caserado and Yuri, but they've been doing this strat for now 6 years. So I'm not surprised that paiN had a watchful eye for it. They understood. They also had an ear for it. The map was totally silent. They knew that something was wrong. One awkward, lurky moment on A, and I think this round goes in a different direction. But that's what it's been so far. Quiet lurks.
Yep.
One kill, small gaps, deciding rounds. I love it.
Same.
I love it.
I'm here for the entertainment. And this has not failed to deliver.
Yeah, that DGT reaction from the previous round just sums
There
it
we
all
go.
up.
Excellent work. Teams are 5-1, playing in the opener less than a week after winning an S-tier event in CS2.
Oh, okay. 5-1, like that's only happened 6 times. What about at 100?
What about at 100? What are the odds of that?
All right, one of those real versus field moments, I guess.
Feels like at the moment you never know who's going to pull something out of the hat. And again, a sudden pop in with the flashbangs. Wounded by the frag grenade is the player diving down in Davideus. And now he's got fire in his feet. DGT to try to bail him out, only gets away with one. They're doing this. Davideus low health, still with another at the very least, but then NQZ feels the need to cross. That could have been him caught in the open.
He released it.
Missed shot. A tough one to hit, no doubt. And now they know exactly where he is.
Oh.
biguzera pounces out from heaven.
That HE he's got as well could do big damage.
And bomb down into the site as well.
Oh, never mind.
Yuri gets the recovery. And NQZ's already rattled off that op shot, so they know damn well where he was, but they don't know where he's gotten off to,
Oh, look at
crossing back towards heaven.
He's thinking, he's tabulating.
Frag picked up. Nobody's still sitting default. And he sees this as a
he's
chance to
getting out.
leave. No way. Furia just break down the doors on B again, and it comes by way of perfect util. Flashbang and the frag onto the pillar player caused Davideus to act in desperation.
Sometimes you see a game like this, and it's marked with both teams playing extremely badly, right? This could be a NIP Amcal game, but instead, again, you're getting a lot of micro that's causing crazy upsets in moments, but they're very small gaps. And there are very small, you know, great entries that are happening that are tipping the scales. But there's no, like, major issues with the way that they're playing. Here's another great shot from Caserado. DGT gets stressed, runs out of ammo, taken up by the Tech 9. And as you said, there was actually a good follow-through behind this. Oh, that's so nasty. What?
Somehow they can still afford. We just keep
Yo.
going.
They had the op, and then they just buy up, and they're not even really... This is a moment where paiN are like, they don't care what they've got. They're willing to be creative. A lot of teams would not have forced with, you know, not enough utility on Overpass. Oh, no.
No way he doesn't get that pounce. You know there's another player down in connector, and Yuri just took half of his health in damage.
He just had no idea that... Oh!
Nicely done.
Okay, good punish.
Yep. Especially because, again, Yuri taking damage, if I'm not mistaken, from the wall bang out of B site. They were trying to help biguzera down there in bottom connector however they could.
Fallen thought he was at the top of the stairs. We were throwing the flash just to get him to pull back for a second, but... Yuri read it correctly.
By the looks of it, so will paiN. Hitting this B site with a stack behind barrels. Although DGT did just move upstairs. And another one of those moments where everything gets eerily quiet. Great kill for Snow to pick up. Head-to-head over Caserado, never easy. And he will remain adamant, at least for that extra second, but then loses confirmation. And what, wants to go through that?
Crazy. No.
I mean, he'll jump back up, but
So much
not
damage.
holding the angle. Davideus slips into the same position. Smoke's gonna fade, and Yuri's gonna hit the dirt, and bomb plant denied. Triple from Davideus.
No, GGT caught that last one.
Okay,
A little assistance.
all you need. Still big moment to just fill the shoes of Snow after he goes down awkwardly on that barrel re-aggression.
It actually worked out pretty well. He saw two players, got like 80 damage on each of them. Yes, he didn't get the kill, but it's another moment. And to be honest, if Furia are gonna struggle, get close, but slowly get into this T side, putting, you know, get 5 this way, they've actually still had a really good T side. It might be fine for them. So there's still, at this point in the map, there's a bit more pressure on paiN to just like get it together. But they do that, again, as a team who are willing to buy with the most random weapons. Like, they had the op saved, but they didn't have a lot of utility, and this is one of the maps, if it's this or Nuke, like, you're really going to prioritize that.
Yeah.
You could get away with MP9s, you know, in blue, over on B, in different setups. That op in anything could basically work on A, and you could do lots of stacks. We saw them pull off great stack wins on the A site in this game with low guns. But utility is normally what you really want. And they win without it.
There's a lot of pressure on biguzera that round too, right? That Famas fight inside of Connector. Making the most of his moments. Ooh.
It's so
NQZ
tempting.
missing a chance to strike one down is going to let them get closer. But they're not shy about it. Yuri with a quick stomp. Going to be heard by NQZ. It'll elicit the util reaction. We go 45 seconds on this clock, and they are inching their way into this scope.
Yeah, they're trying to steal squares. Look for that last round.
Missed chance from the Opper, feeling very jumbled up as two players to the same corner. Yakindar a little late to the party from long, but NQZ a second and third mid-shot. M4 is going to get toppled. They just go balls to the walls, running down this A site again.
They were in their little New York apartment right there in the corner.
$2,500 a month.
More than that, man, that was... I think they were in some prime real estate. That was... Okay, well, that was the most uncomfortable A-site setup that we've seen so far. Brought to you by some bad shots. I would love to know if they hit that op shot and there was one more rifle kill, if that's all fine. If the setup's actually bad or not, but
Yeah.
you don't want two guys sharing one pizza slice in New York.
You don't want two guys staring each other in the eyes, just literally looking at each other in the corner while
are you
flashes
doing here?
are popping over top. Like, so you're wondering how we got here. And then run down. And not the first time either that this A site has kind of crumbled under the sudden pop. Ooh, we didn't get to see this one, but yeah, that certainly doesn't help out this act of desperation.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, made all too easy for Quesarado to gun down the setup. Good damage out of Yuri. Good cleanup from Quesarado. And that, my friends, is Furia's fifth. 5 terrorist round wins, non-consecutive at any point. Some of these by the absolute skin of their teeth.
This demo has officially zero value. This game is only about the live match. Yeah.
Entertainment at an all-time high. And it'll keep on giving. paiN have yet to have to fully save.
Yeah, true. They've been doing good on that front. These guys are bargain hunters.
Trying to pull a page out of Fallen's book, but it is a vacant B bomb site for the most part. Snow leaning back to Graffiti, under pressure, standing inside of the flames, offers up 30 damage, done. And a late flank out of biguzera as Furia look to finally win consecutive rounds. 11 rounds into this half.
Nobody's going to win a round with 5 alive in this game, right?
I feel like it's impossible, but we are at the end of this half, Wanders. They're going to find their groove in the end. Or they're going to exit to a CT stacked T-spawn.
How does this go wrong somehow?
It's damage and damage only for paiN if they do want to take a swing at it. And obviously thorough about their corners. Fallen will not fall for your tricks. And that's it. 6 rounds secured on a T side of your map pick and a strong CT on the other end of this half. Feels like Furia are in the process of extending this series to a third.
It sort of doesn't matter how they got here at this point. Furia are just, you can look at this and go, this is a successful T side. And we survived as many tragedies as we got lucky or, you know, relied on nasty entries that wouldn't happen twice. They actually made them happen twice. And then 3 times over towards A. So, all right. One final buy here from paiN. It's about as convincing as the rest of them. 3 Famases, a little bit more utility, there's more kits in play. Not the op they'd love to have on NQZ, though. I feel like the A side is just, you know, particularly vulnerable now. The hard part is just always scouting in a timely fashion.
But again, man, this bathroom slice into the A site has been so effective. And it doesn't look like this one's going to be any easier for paiN. Damage actually comes out to biguzera's favor. Famas versus AK. They're going to try to flush him out with nades, but he's already repositioned. NQZ here to help. And DGT on the scene. Gives a kill back over to paiN. Man advantage in the 12th. bomb falling back on Yakindar while they're still footing over towards long.
That's crazy.
And a player on the half wall of bathrooms. Yakindar is going to come back in this engagement, show bomb, get a kill,
Okay.
and put a huge question mark over top of now paiN's A setup.
But they surely know it is still going to be the A site, right? I guess you wait long enough, the CTs might leave. But at the end of it, I mean, yeah, maybe it's on Furia to have to go. That was such a weird spot and timing to see the bomb.
Snow tucks back into Graffiti. Yakindar leaves the bomb on Molodoy and will make this sprint down towards B, but runs up just as fast. Blinding inside of the bomb site. You just got the other two players off their angles, and the only guy left with a corner goes down. 5 seconds to plant that bomb. It's not going to happen, folks.
No, he still got
the kills. What are we watching? It's entertainment, baby. It's the Blast rivals Hong Kong, and Furia are still somehow winning rounds.
If you could pick any role to be the best at, what would you pick?
Any job.
Any job.
Any job in the world.
And you can't say
I've outgrown it.
What does that mean? Can you do an impression of snow? What's that?
Like the winter snow.
No, not the winter snow.
Oh.
The Brazilian snow.
Vamos porra! Vamos caralho!
Have you seen Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Well, this isn't Hot Ones, but
No, it would be cool to try like the hot ones or whatever with different sauces and everything.
now you want to try.
Yeah, but the problem is I know I'm not on clock ones.
You don't know anything.
Oh, honestly? Yeah. You could be right.
You don't know. You ever still do Taekwondo?
No, I would love to. I would love to
Oh, your
spar.
hands.
Yeah, like I had a broken finger, broken nose.
Well,
I just don't want to risk it, you know?
if you could do Taekwondo today versus somebody, another player, who would you choose?
Like spar? I don't know.
It has to be your teammate.
None of those guys can fight. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you do cross-eyed right now?
I don't know. I don't know. Does it look like?
That's gonna be.
What is it, too hot?
I think you go like.
Oh my god, yeah, I see it. I see it.
Okay, now go.
If I go and it works, I'm never gonna come back, you know? That's my fear.
But I just took that risk.
That's why I'm a baiter.
You're not a baiter.
I'm a master at baiter.
Describe the perfect Brazilian.
Okay. Okay, looks of FNX. Brain and leadership and
Are you gonna say fallen in FNX's body?
yeah.
Now I want to have a staring contest.
Hotness of the wings is coming out.
Well, we did this whole date. He didn't ask me a single question.
I was never asking questions.
I just wanted you to try.
I asked you 2 questions now. What?
You asked me 2 questions now?
Sorry, what? 3 questions now?
3 questions you're gonna ask?
What? 4 questions?
4 questions?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know this joke? Like 2 trolls sit by a table.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's take a second and try to unpack what feels like happened all half long. The amount of wild rounds. Here we have the last 5 seconds, 10 seconds, of the last round of play from that first half.
They just don't believe it could happen again.
5 on the clock. 2
Don't peek,
versus
don't peek,
2.
don't peek.
There's the dumpster
Oh,
peek.
he's already peeking.
Trying to go for the fights. It wasn't even like he swung after, just there for it. And unfortunately, Snow, the last victim. It's a string of 3 rounds for Furia.
Also, that was KSROD with all 3 of those last kills.
Yeah, baby.
Just the kind of game where that happens. So many rounds come down to time. Honestly, it felt like the rounds were shorter than normal.
but they weren't.
I didn't feel like anyone was farting around,
Nah.
but they were running out of time a lot.
Yes, sir.
That's how big Overpass is sometimes.
Unsilenced USP goes down.
Uh-oh.
And Davideus might just start to sprint this one towards them. We've got utility still for biguzera to try to help. Fallen on the angle with his first.
Go.
Now 2 players stacked up on Optimus.
Uh-oh.
And does that let Yuri thrive? Separate fights. biguzera collects his kills to close. Celebrate that one, paiN, because it has just been boiling slowly under the pressure. They've been losing wild rounds, but a chance to catch their breath, perhaps, if for the first time in this series, the team who wins the pistol can convert.
Yeah, don't want to be the one to call that. This is just sort of like they're treating this like it's a Free Fire map, and it's like unlimited death. Everyone feels like they're just going to spawn again as soon as they peek. No cares. They're just coming out one at a time, trying to get these trades to stop the momentum of that A-side attack. But I like that paiN just, they keep laying it on thick.
Going 4 for 4, our Furia on the Force 5 wins right here, right now. It's a long emphasis as far as A goes. It's also the 2 weapons that they have to use beyond pistols. How does that seed of doubt not grow if you are paiN? The nature of some of these round losses. It's almost a festering wound for both of these teams at the moment.
You know, you can go just long, but if you go just bathrooms versus a long setup, I think you open yourself up to a lot of danger, a lot of issues. But there's no fall in rotation back to CT. Just, oh, now it's coming. Now it gets a little bit more danger. Again, you're coming into the fistful.
Mac-10 tries to pounce. Desert Eagle goes down. Yuri gets his from a long range, and Molodoy's scout returns the favor onto Snow. Molodoy and Fallen are barely alive here. We hit 25 seconds as paiN pause. And if DGT catches this flank, then it reopens the possibility of just going downstairs.
Yikes.
But instead now, that flank is on. 4 players to topple. MP9 shows itself towards long, and they're starting to chew through this. Molodoy's still low, 26 health.
Take the peek.
And biguzera loses his head. NQZ's also low. And we are finding ourselves in this pressure cooker yet again. They've done it. 4 for 4. Losing pistol does not result in a streak of rounds so far in this series.
What a shot from Molodoy.
Unbelievable.
Another round dictated by Micro. So close to winning. Well, you know what? There's a bit of macro here too. I think, again, if you 5-man long as an anti-eco and get the kill on the rock and the tree, and you push everyone back and you hit the site, you might not need someone to come up from the inside of bathrooms to clear things out. But you come in from the inside of bathrooms, then someone rotates up from CT, then you have this long crossfire you have to deal with. There's no actual way to, to take that power away from the CT side. They could smoke the left side of dice, dive for a plant, hold off Optimus, and then just run back to bathrooms. But that's quite risky, and we see how that goes wrong. There's a lot of options for the CTs just having long control, and yeah, there has been an issue of due diligence in this game for the T sides. Maybe they just feel it's too much work to do to clear out everything, and they've just tried to score a quick plant or whatever, I'm not sure, but man, this game is scrappy as hell.
Kindar gets the edge over DGT this time. That was one of the 2 rifles that paiN brought into this run. You'd think logically, every time one of these rounds happens, it becomes less likely to continue happening.
Yeah, it's instead becoming, we're hitting a multiplier, it's becoming more likely.
Well, it's a jackpot moment soon for Furia if they can just rob some momentum now. The elusive consecutive rounds for paiN in that first half coming together already. Molodoy under pressure is going to drop to Snow. Did he have to go back to that?
I guess it doesn't matter for now.
Does it? Does it not matter? Because
no
here we
impact.
go, 3v3 again.
Great. Oh, no, not on the side of the head.
Yeah.
Not on the side of the head.
Oh, could have been. Instead, biguzera and Snow on the approach from long. 2 players, Optimus Yuri's down to 8 bullets, man. You whiff a couple shots here, or you don't get that instant kill to biguzera, things get weird. Yeah, things get weird, but the trade's good out of Fallen. Snow to the clutch, 7 health, crossed over quietly. Fallen, no, he's gonna fall victim to it. This 1v2's coming together.
He could make it happen again.
It is such a health advantage to kSerato, though.
Oh, he knows. Snow, he's got the right idea, backing up into CT, and
now
he
he's got
gets
cover.
away.
It's great cover from the dumpster over towards the bank. But where would you rather take this duel from?
Snow's got to play it somewhat aggressively, take a risk here.
Oh, gets a back turn to him, but if he then doubles back, kSerato's going to start to consider this position. And again, low health Snow. kSerato diffusing with the kit. Snow doesn't bite, and that, he's going to be kicking himself for not going for a clear.
You got to love it. I mean, Snow with the 7 HP, if he doesn't take the fight early, it's a moment where if he goes for a fast peek, kSerato could have been a little bit wide. He had so much time to fake and get back on the bomb. Even if Snow peaks with 7 HP, he can just react and shoot and get the kill. So at first I thought kSerato like kind of lost his chance by running into CT, but he had it all figured out. He didn't even need that visual confirmation. And surely that one should decide the game, not this smoke.
Who threw it? He got away with it this time. Ugh, it's ugly. Kindara's gonna get out of there.
Bunch of stormtroopers up here.
Getting sliced apart once they do get beyond the connector, though. There's your answer. As Molodoy goes back in, here's those footsteps coming. Yeah, Nate will get the job done.
Yuri's grenades today.
This is like false hope for paiN that they're in it again. You know, you're getting scrappy again. Oh, we could still pull these off, but surely this one too far gone with the amount of damage done. Utility definitely helps out to sweep this under the rug. Double digits, Furia seems like a shoo-in. Unless Davideus with Fallen's back turned to him. Uh-huh.
Are you going to knife him, though? Just
Yeah,
for
make
fun?
the money.
Yeah.
There we go. Cash in your pockets. Opt for the save, you'd hope. But there's a flank out of kSerato that's going to get the job done. So 2 up for Furia. 4 rounds, the lead.
You know, you're not going to see Furia mess up their A-site holds as often as paiN did in that first half. They had too many good chances. They lost versus Pure Tech 9s, I think, 3 times. That's just way too many to sustain on Overpass versus a competent team. So that's already the tough part. We get into the second half. We get 1 taste of it. It's already looking a lot better here for Furia. It's not feeling as much like a Nuke situation. Crazy trade just happened. Would that have been a dink by the player in the molly, and then Kinder gets a kill and then dies right after? Huh.
Added to the list of head scratchers. Yuri getting active. Supported by Molodoy, so still Furia confident to be making moves, playing to win. As they shoot for now a 4th round consecutive on this CT side. Yeah. They're not going to shy away from continuing this pressure. Ton of information gained, frees up Molodoy soon enough.
It's the key push, just to get everything cleared, confirmed, and you can hold the A site.
You know, you're always still concerned about the half wall, I guess, and now Molodoy is going to start stomping downstairs. You can hedge your bets and assume this is the commitment. Bomb's going to confirm it. No coverage from short. kSerato starts to slide in. And you know you've got that bomb planter in such a tough spot. All the support systems go offline, and it is all Snow left over, but still so many players to go. kSerato in the perfect spot.
I mean, he's such a legend at this, I swear. Just that, like, some of his decision-making, you're like, this guy's just on another another plane of existence. Okay, and then he makes that noise. The first time you ever see him speak.
I've never heard Queserado holler.
Sounds like a chicken getting stepped on.
All right. Hey, man. Celebrate while you can.
Oh, yeah, he's just eating it. Yeah, but the fact that Queserado doesn't push.
Yep.
But they can't even hear him walking up.
Here it is.
He just knows they're going to be worried about it and keeps that perfect distance. He's just like a real master at spacing.
And again, you can start to feel Furia starting to build up that confidence, getting into the pushes all across the map, clearly. Although Molidois doesn't go too well. Now does it. Peek into short B is going to cost him. Queserado at least retrieving the op, so that can't be grabbed. And it's still going to remain paiN limited in the guns. Finance departments really let them down today, paiN. And again, Furia just going to keep on pressing the issue into the Desert Eagle, because maybe they do think that they have a strong edge, but there are still threats out there. They've just learned that the hard way. biguzera with the Galil activation is going to push the pressure onto Yuri here on A. But he just runs up on his own, disjointed from the rest of his team, and so much time still for Yuri to kind of collect himself before anybody else comes at him.
It was a quizzical moment where it's like, they got to be somewhere, and surely it's the A site. So a little gift here for Yuri, even though he doesn't know where the other two are.
But it feels like that's fine.
Yeah, he can play more of a normal spot now.
How much does he decide to overstep? Bomb is right there for the stopping.
This might not get cleared properly. You can hear a step. Oh, okay.
Easy for Yuri. Not just the first, but the second as well. Still considering him over towards Optimus. And Yuri's going to do this one all on his own. Clears up that A site with a triple. It's a freebie on biguzera and just a well-timed duel to NQZ next to push that one over the line. An 11th round for Furia.
This one's quickly disappearing for sure.
6 map points then. Double up on paiN. And the burden of the Overpass T side comes back to haunt them. Add to it, again, not able to convert your pistol on the T side. Add to it, such a stringy back and forth first half affair. paiN never really making this second map easy on themselves. And they will face a 4 versus 5 in this one. At least moving forward into it with guns. But an instant kill from Furia, who have not let off the pressure. Looking for these fights. Round after round. You fall off the boost into a confident Yakindar, who's gonna just beckon you in for a second volley. They'll return the favor back as Fallen finds his. 3v2 turned 3v1, and it just doesn't look destined for paiN to close out this opening match in Hong Kong 2-0. They definitely take Furia by surprise on Nuke. Secured with confidence. Snow's 19 health. Somehow has got to get him back into this 50-second clutch.
Yeah, I'll have one good chance, actually, to, get a kill if he wants to walk with the amount of time left over. But quickly, Fallen will be incentivized just to fall back to any of his favorite positions to just get one bullet of damage in, and he's covering the perfect line. Here comes Snow to his death. Oh. Here comes Snow to his death.
He's going to tiptoe his way into the final blow. He gives himself a chance, but no more wild antics. How about that? The answer on Overpass, as you could have expected. It's going to have to be paiN to finish this on Mirage, their highest win rate in this series versus Furia's lowest.
Map more than paiN. They
Exactly.
don't. Sometimes they win their map pick, sometimes they don't. That's just par for the course. For paiN, they always go the distance in their series. It's usually like stomp one way, stomp the other way, third map, maybe in overtime just to make it that much more exhilarating. But this is how they like to play Counter-Strike.
Overpass wasn't a stomp per se. Could have been worse, if not for those back and forths in the first half. Game on indeed. paiN to the T side. Smoke, flash, frag on biguzera. Fallen wields the kit and sits over towards that B bomb site, but it looks to me like paiN are going to hit A quick.
Yeah, the boost is fast over in B, so they can start to rotate over, but they're clearing it out from underpass as well. Yuri's job, get a shot in, stay alive.
Smoke in front of him makes that whole staying alive part all the easier. Woo. Jumping over, bomb a little bit late to the party on biguzera, but first blood comes the way of DGT. To the favor of paiN goes the kill count.
Interesting smoke. It was so like pushable. It didn't go that deep.
They do end up playing 2 players on the other side, one on the other edge of missiles, just in case the CTs have a flash. Not the case, though. Ooh, very clean shot from Yakindar. A second kill, a third, in fact.
Disgusting.
Solo on this retake, essentially. He's got a teammate right behind him, but all the frags are his. DGT's P250 in the middle of that, and it doesn't feel like that defuse is safe. Knives both ways. DGT gets popped. Molodoy picks up the kit as he goes for the defuse, and again, down to the wire, but it comes up paiN.
He didn't get it.
Man, how many of these rounds with that slim of a margin are we going to get in this series?
I don't know. 0.2 seconds left on that defuse. Molodoy, that would have just been an average clutch for him. What a round from Yakinder as well in the attempt. These 3 kills were beautiful. They did it without a flash. They kind of show why you don't need that flash. And coming in from CT, some people throw that and then everyone wide swings. But if no one gets blind, all you did was wide swing and then throw that situation away. But okay, we jump right into the next round. Losing team gets an M4. They've in fact got 2. And they put their 1 M4 in a retrievable spot. He's going to quickly reassess the situation, go back to A.
Oh, but every time I see these rounds, I start to get nervous.
Yeah, just
there's so much scar tissue in this series because of rounds like these.
Whoever bot will lose.
Oh, man. The way Yakindar just confidently presses that deagle closer to the exit. The way that the fire doesn't find him. He gets that one shot off, and it hits. Toppled by Snow. Momentum back to paiN momentarily as the rest of Furia's camp remains smoked off, and the spam just doesn't quite connect. Fallen and Yuri trying to piece together some pressure. Backs turned. Snow ends up finding a kill in the meantime, but they don't want to just walk into that stream of SMG bullets. Snow is on this recovery mission in full effect, on for the ace, in fact, as he bails them out of a spot, a tough spot, a spot that both teams have been in all series long. For once, the pistol gets converted.
I can't actually even believe it. It took a 4K from Snow, but I'm actually shocked they didn't pull it, especially from a 4v5 start. That first shot from Yakinder, and you thought, man, this is just a Black Mirror episode. It's all going to happen again.
The hunt down for the last M4. There for the taking. Furia gets swept. And for once, maybe, paiN can have a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
But when Yakindar gets that Desert Eagle kill, suddenly things feel scary again. So good on Snow recovering it all. Two deagles, 2 flashbangs, and a hope at holding top middle that goes south real quick.
Yeah, they're going to get jumped out on. No one back bench. Smoke coming out to Cat.
Boy. Fallen ate that one.
Didn't matter at all, but...
Shouldn't. But hold your horses. Desert Eagle's still in play. He's going to get ran down. Snow is still farming. Molodoy's USP and Yuri's deagle connect for 2 kills. Again, just every round's keeping paiN on their toes. Huge advantage to step forth into this bomb site 3v1. Oh,
No
but Yuri's got a
shot.
second. Again, huge advantage. So huge that even that kill shouldn't be enough. They've got smokes to block off his vision. They'll go and grab that bomb. There is never a world where Yuri finishes this.
Oh my goodness.
But
Walking
still
through that
comes out.
early. Yeah.
Still comes out with a chance, a high hope after all of the rounds that we've had stacked up in that zany nature all series long. This one is indeed the paiN 3-0 start.
Again, got to rub your eyes. Can hardly believe it. And even though they get these kills, it's like a marginally close situation. A nice deagle shot in the end, but it's what you want to see on an anti-eco for once, and it's pretty much full control. It's the CT's not in the perfect spot. No stack that's getting run into. The spacing is tight enough. Yeah, a little awkward getting out of the window, but they do. And now we're really off to the races. Full buy-in from both sides.
Ooh, nice flashbang to set up Yakinder.
So clean.
And an easy pickup from Oladoy towards B. Snow steps forward into his death. No question about that one. Easy pickup for the Opper. NQZ didn't want to give himself away. Was hoping for the smoke to fade with vision. Fallen doesn't pounce that just yet.
I thought they could take a little more space over towards the B side after getting, because their lurker going into connector got picked off so early. They thought, okay, at least maybe this signals an A split. Let's just try to steal space somewhere else. But Furia just have such a good setup. And in CS, I love the double connector. I just think it has its problems. It can be pushed and pulled from Palace and connector if you lose control of it, but sometimes I see one guy there, you know, one guy playing jungle or one guy playing stairs, and I just think this is too fragile. Like anything could happen to him. And the other thing about it is, since this is probably going to be a save, is you see how many execs are dictated by who's getting kills through the jungle smoke, especially in CS2. You can actually see through it when you shoot over top of it to the guy who's running out of Palace. If you're spamming on the cross just on a certain timing, you can cover like 4 seconds of that smoke, just spamming the cross. And so now if you have 2 guys there, you can cover someone jumping through. You can have your teammate unload their entire mag and reload safely. You can double spam and have a good chance of killing them. If you have someone in CT, you can cover all 3 plants. We had that interview with Mezzi where, you know, I think Mezzi said it's on the individuals to keep things changed up. And that's because everybody's got tendencies, even at the pro level. They just have more. You know, so they've got 3 or 4 ways. Yep. An amateur player maybe has 3 ways they play a spot, and then a pro has like 10 or something like that in each bomb site or whatever. But eventually people know all of your positions. They know all your tendencies. They know them better than you sometimes. And that's the hard part, just keeping it fresh.
Okay, Serato tries the start of this one. He's going to hit the dirt. Ah, nicely done by Molodoy. Still taking a risk floating around like that. Yakindar's got his Oppers back. Spam down through the bottom of Con for man advantage. This is a swing from a 4v5 to their favor, Furia. And Molodoy's going to go one better. Yakindar and him keeping this pressure at an all-time high. 2 kills a pop from the implants of Furia. And just like that, paiN's hopes go up in smoke again. Snow on the fallback this time. Ah, that was feeling confident from paiN after they open it up with the Davideus frag.
Yeah, they're not really doing much to the connector players here from Furia. Window connector, they're just getting way too much yield out of this. 2 between Molodoy, or 4 in total between Molodoy and Yakinder, and there's just no hope at all, so this one fades out fast. Yeah, so you get that backup and connector, like no matter what you're doing. Op and rifle, rifle and rifle, like you have... Everyone wants to try to lurk through that smoke at some point.
I'd say as well, it's like you see how Yukindar's support keeps Molodoy confident in his first kill, but then also just the ability after Yukindar spams bottom smoke to stick around for yet another, hang on to the underpass angle for that little while longer, even while top con's still smoked off and Yukindar can't help. But Yukindar didn't hesitate at all to go window, and we saw from Molodoy's POV the underpass hold, but just as quickly then Yukindar hits bottom con for the 4th kill. So
Yeah.
it's just so perfectly timed between the two of them to piece together all 4 of those frags.
Yeah, if two guys are playing under balcony, they might get hit with one Molotov. It's all screwed up. When you play double in CT, both guys watching the same thing or basically, you know, are useless. But two guys top con, you've always got something you can do. You've always got something new you can watch. And so, well, problems here for paiN, especially with these defaults just ending in nothing within just a few seconds of the round starting. Let's see if they can establish mid control if they just want to go for a set play.
Could catch Molodoy. Nah.
Yeah, no, he's
why-
ready for both sides, actually.
That's why I said could. There was a world, but he is fast to the small adjustment needed, and a frag with everybody's name on it. That is immense.
70, 95, 70, was that?
Yes,
Wow.
sir. 235 damage off a single frag grenade. Ouch. biguzera left limp by the Molodoy headshot, and this is a rock-solid 500 health left over situation for Furia. Feels like this CT side is beginning to become impenetrable.
Yeah, maybe they did let him get all the way warmed up.
Scary when it's just coming by way of Molodoy.
It's also kind of jarring to see anti-ecos that aren't close.
Yeah.
It's clearly the difference now.
That was like such a life source in this series.
Yeah.
It's kind of what kept you in it.
Okay, that's a flex. Early and high
Yeah, but
meta you'd get.
Remember, 245 of that 269 was in one nade.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Okay, nice punish. Fall back for Molodoy. They read his pathing. Oh, is Yuri gonna get weird?
There's always another layer right now with Furia. It's gonna be Yuri this time at that. Ooh, but he drops the ball with biguzera collecting his. Good trade from Yukindar. Again, ready to tether off whoever it is he has to. And then if Snow goes for this predictable peek again, not the first time he's been clipped by an Opper on this angle. Last time Molodoy, however fallen, falls back.
He's got to hope for a miss, but yeah, he
Nice
runs.
timing.
Whoa, this is a huge rotation for not seeing anything, actually.
Going back to the party a little bit late.
Oh, he just wishes he had a better gun for that.
Utility comes bombarding into the market.
Quite a hard retake, actually. It's going to be a lot down to Yukinder.
He is fast on the move, though. Dueling versus another AK. A second in the hands of DGT, kind of flustered there by the fire. Into the duel versus Caserado. He gets forced. Tech9 from the corner, dealt with. It is flawless.
Nice.
Just 3 clean kills out of Furia. Kind of reminiscent of that 3v5 retake back on Nuke at the very start of this series, where we see a round that looks like it could still go either way, and then when Furia come through with conviction, it actually looks incredibly flat.
Definitely, yeah. I think in moments like that, you know, he fallen off the site, and that was a big find for Snow to get in, but considering their guns, it's just that it's a 3v3. It's a moment where if Yukinder dies on Cat, then you can win on time. You can play Get Right, you can play Crossfires that didn't exist before. It gets really hard to retake, plus the numbers are massive, but they had the weapons to pull that off. They put themselves in this spot because they've had a clean bounce back into this game, 4 straight. And Yukinder's the one who's a smoke criminal today. I gotta say that's an impressive stat. That'll say that shows that you're cerebral. At least you're using your ammo. There's definitely some people don't use that enough.
Frag a little ahead of the pack. Flashes are great here for paiN to get exit. Yukindar with a team kill to try to help out paiN's efforts, but again, just such nice tethering from all of the Furia camp. Where there's one, there's more. And a quick peek in with the op to try to topple biguzera. Confident is Molodoi to end this one. 4 players stand tall for Furia, and another time where this B site shows no weakness.
Legacy almost won a tournament back-to-back weeks. Furia did win back-to-back tournaments. He almost got 4 trophies in Brazil. And it was paiN who made the deepest run back at Austin.
Baby,
It's actually been a big year with all those results.
2025. It's got Brazil stamped all over it.
Next up, it's got to be Sweden again, I think.
You think
know,
so?
Because it should have been Sweden probably first, and then Brazil, right? Or,
Well, you'd think.
so I heard Malo 9 is coming.
I'll believe it when I see it.
And Devil Walk, he hasn't won the CS2 major yet.
That's true. But he is on the major broadcast.
Yep.
So, halfway there? Or is that further from the light?
Do we win things?
I don't know. I feel like we're winning. DGT's
Oh,
got
but
an
you can
inkling.
just smell him.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what you're up
Oh,
to.
you just want to run out there, but you know this guy's jumping in CT. You just want to get this kill and get out. That's all DGT wants. But can you out patience Caserado?
I don't think
You
so.
can do that.
No, think about how long he waited to win events. It's the patience of a saint.
What the hell?
You'll just wait it out, and as the smoke goes down on Palace, that's DGT's chance to leave.
That was a good one, man.
Get pieced up. Try to tiptoe your way forward towards this site, and still there's just nothing to shoot at if you're Davideus. Finally, somebody presents themselves, and it almost comes with the trade. You already tucked back in, just letting this time expire. Oh, you just want to find your fights, but it's so difficult. Furia giving you nothing to work with in this one. And it is, in fact, going to be the clock that decides yet again. So DGT's money's going to stay low, and his save is no guarantee. Ooh, tries to get away from the wall bangs. All's good. AK held. Yuri's still coming at this.
Yeah, this one's flatter than the earth right now for paiN.
Man, Furia just toying with them over on that A site. You get shot in the back as you come at a connector with a successful kill, and then that second player just never overpeaks you. You know, it feels like Furia have played with the clock, i.e. with fire, all night long, so they've almost become accustomed to the burn. No longer worried about it. They've come out on top more often than not of those close moments. And this is just yet another one. And I say close, but really does feel like Furia in full control as things get sketchy late into the round.
Yeah, it's like, it's got the appearance of it, but like everyone from Furia is looking in the right spot. They've all got good positions. No one looks stressed at all. They're doing such amazing work in mid, too, between Molodoi and Yukindar. It's exactly what you want to see. And paiN have made this such a focal point of this half. They've got to get something out of it. This is a good start.
It was a good flash, but nothing after that one. Yukindar goes down. And also offers a second gun over. When you've only got one to start the round, that is an excellent gift for paiN. You throw one of your best performing players to the wayside for an opening gambit like that one. Yeah, Molodoi peeling back. You still have Yuri deep on that A ramp at least. And nobody to deal with him. Could end up being problematic for paiN. Great coverage out of DGT. And then Molodoi goes scrambling back, hits the leg shot on Snow.
Oh, that was so close.
Gets him in the kneecap.
It's actually a round changer, right, if he hits that.
Yes, sir. Bomb would be thrown back into the open. You've suddenly got paiN frazzled, but they find a bomb plant. Davideus going to get burned from out behind Firebox.
So let him go.
Wow, nobody holds it.
Or not really.
But another one coming in with a disadvantage. It's a retake from Furia. with just enough to make it happen. Get on a couple of players, but great coverage coming out of the AKs. And it's a little too late for Molodoi to get into this party, so paiN given a gift with the Yakindar Challenge underpass, making the most of those 2 AKs. And it took 10 rounds of play, but finally we get one of these lesser buys, pulls off the win type situations.
Looks like they also score an off of that, where I'm not even sure what gun they could have gotten back in CT spawn. So that's pretty solid stuff. It's obviously this play that they shut down, they walked out backwards. It's awesome. It looks like they both do. It was about time someone won an eco. We were overdue.
But right back at it is Yakindar.
Crazy.
And he's not going anywhere. Pressure remains out middle. Snow, though, finds his entry pathing, and
Hey.
Fallen's going to get cleared off the top of Palace. Yakindar thinking he could just run back in. Good on biguzera to have skated by that threat in mid, and Quesarado tries the same damn thing. No way, DGT's going to be busy, and the cover was scoped in, and QZ focused on Ticket. Oh, biguzera now thrust to the clutch.
He's got that unicycle on that very thin line between genius and madness at all times, balancing. He, like, that push. There's just enough chaos going around that you wouldn't think he would try it. But now biguzera actually going back and forth between smokes, catches Molodoi off guard. Quesarado looks like he wants to time a peek. The bomb is out in the middle of the site. He technically doesn't have info. Now, when I said you don't outpatience him, biguzera did once, but not this time.
Finds timing on it. Crazy to me that Molodoi is still just so hyper fixated on that potential window jump up. I thought
It's a weird call, because
the fall off would have been for sure heard, right?
biguzera
missing the jump?
Yeah.
Unless it's
I don't know. They
all
could have
part of
just
the
been
plan,
talking,
maybe.
but
all part of God's plan.
is that Molodoi's new name?
Blasted.
He's probably thought he faked it.
Lost in the details, but still with Quesarado there to recover.
3 timeouts.
All is good.
Using your timeouts is something that you should be proud of.
Means you're trying your hardest.
It means you're trying your hardest. It means you're making an effort to communicate. The faster you use your timeouts, the more you want it. I don't care if you have none after round 6. Also, it's your T side. They just need one more timeout.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're all out. Luckily for them, biguzera is going to keep that success from underpass rolling.
Can't believe they keep trying this play, both in the CT perspective as
right?
well. Getting out of the smoke, going into underpass, it's like...
Really confident that they can pull this off time and time again. Yakindar, more often than not, has actually found some kind of impact when he does decide to take that swing, but this time it gets smoked off in the process. No Quesarado up on balcony this time around. Yuri pushing off default. Don't forget, bomb's still in T-spawn, so somebody's going to have to go back and get it. And considering that the clock has been a burden for both teams this map, or match, don't play around with it again. But as Snow leaves to get the bomb, that is exactly when Yuri pushes into the ramp. And he would have seen that. They both exchange glances. Utility down in front of it. Quesarado starts to hold off on middle. Yuri knows where the 2 pieces of this A-split are coming in from, and he still winds up finding damage. So the last 2 players known, bomb forced to cross, and a flash over towards the ticket peaks to get Fallen into play. From top of balcony comes DGT with impact. And Snow then collects his. We go 15 seconds. It's a plant on the other side. Fallen goes running in. And they still come out on top, man. paiN Gaming with 1 for the road on this first half of play. 2:15 to the clock. It's another close call coming out of Furia in round 11. Op finds the pit kill. Somebody's got to clear Brolin out of this corner. And here comes Xerxin sprinting in through the Moto smoke to send the curveball through.
He can plant.
Again.
He can plant.
Again. Just enough time. 1v3 queued up for Molodoy. Him versus Torzi. And he looks the wrong direction. Does he get wind of it?
Oh,
it's
he must have
right there
spotted.
for the peak, but Molodoy's still hiding, and Torzi doesn't know. He gives up the info, takes the no-scope to the chest.
Round number 18, Furia. 5 kills away from the big stage at the Moody Center. They just need to complete this round, and it starts well. kaiSeRato has slaughtered Flammus as he tries to burst through the smoke here. Nice jump up, but kaiSeRato's still out there. That M4 doing all the work. It's a massive quad kill. And he already had he almost had the ace earlier. This time he's going to try and see if he can really complete it, and he gets it.
You said Fallen's been quiet on Inferno. Well, he can't afford to be quiet here in round 22. Do they do a contact? Is it really going to be just dry? It is into the orb. Cello activates if he's necessary. Now the nade does chip damage, but still that bomb is under their control. And Fallen steps up, delivers when his team need him most. A triple kill on the orb. Down goes Rek on A, and the job is done. The round is won, 11-11. I know what Fury are wishing for. Another one of them from Fallen. 4 kills in the round.
Take a look. Nothing that he can see, but if he continues on this journey, he could have caught them off guard. Molodoy, though, all the wiser. Here's Yakindar stomping towards him. Yo, it leaves a lot to be desired. Magazine's
They are
empty.
trading him.
You get Magus
No, they
coming
are trading
through.
him.
Sunpius found a kill as well towards A. Molodaw's able to get one.
3 on 5. Molodoy must. And now, get the 4K. There's one.
3 kills to his name, bomb to be scooped up, 25 seconds to pull this off. And a single bullet out of this USP, and Sunpius is down. Molodoy keeps 5 bullets in the magazine, despite all the time he could have reloaded. Makes it all the harder. 4 shots, 4 health.
This is a crazy play. Senpai's looking for him to go up above.
No kit here for Sunpius either. He's wasting critical time on this, but he does manage to get out. Another missed shot here from Molodoy. The last shot closes pistol. Ooh, boy, was that one feeling flat. After the 3-0 start, we had higher hopes for paiN, but they do still keep us intrigued. Sprinkling in 2 of the last 3 rounds with a win. Mohan, they're taking it to the CT side at a couple round deficit.
I mean, look at how handsome those score lines are over on the Furious side. I'm worried for paiN for sure. It doesn't feel like any of the other maps. And Furia just looked very warmed up. If there was any kind of championship hangover, it's already 2 p.m. now.
Somewhere.
So.
Kit flash for DGT. And 2 Molotovs on Furia's side of things. The intended target. biguzera wanted eyes down bottom ramp, but also doesn't want to get clipped by Palace. It's all about the timing here if you're Furia. Now announcing yourselves with that single smoke. Boots hit the ground, Snow yet to activate. biguzera tries to come out the hell, and he gets his 2. Oh, 3rd kill from Snow off triple. Beautiful stuff, but we get a gush back the other direction. DGT is running for the hills. Him and biguzera both low. Queue up another Furia 2v4, perhaps.
Yeah, okay, well, they'll be happy to get this bomb plant, to be honest. The HP is quite low. I'm not going to call this over just yet. CTs have to approach this carefully, especially with the HP.
Wide swing down towards Ticket. Molodoy doesn't want anything to do with that. He wants to force them out through the Ticket booth, open up that angle so that both Ts could get a piece of the action, but instead they'll go down with nothing.
Wow.
Huge moment from paiN. And Snow, particularly, off that triple to secure both pistols here on the deciding map.
Yeah, he's just, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Flamesy a lot with how his development has gone.
Ooh.
You know, he's
I
got
like that comparison.
Yeah, the creative rifling, and it's just like some of the highlight moments, but not the consistency, but it keeps coming more and more. I think what's been especially impressive is him as an anchor. It just doesn't feel like the character meets the role here, but he's like the Dust 2 B-site highlights that we've seen from him in the last few months. It just seems like there's more and more every single time. But I would naturally think he'd be in a rotator spot. He'd be in more active positions, more star player spots. And he is, but he can also be a great anchor.
Yo, all's good. Davideus recovering there while blind. And biguzera picking up his, so trying to take the wind out of Furia's sails. Their hopes of flexing with the Tech 9s go up in smoke. This is starting to turn into a very lopsided conversion for paiN, which is honestly exactly what they need. Again, start the half with a 3-round streak. They're going to do it with 5 standing tall. This is a CT side that wants to get off to an instant sprint.
Okay, well, you know, I thought the one thing they'd be missing to match up to the team on the other side is the individual peaks. But if Snow has a great game, like, we see him take over. One thing you almost never see anymore is biguzera taking over, and I kind of miss those days.
Sure.
When he does, it was so fun to watch, but that's just not him anymore. He has too many children now, I think.
4 of them in the server with him.
Yeah.
Ooh, Molodoi ahead of the incendiary. And also far enough from the frag, so good on him to dodge that damage. It's going to keep attention drawn towards the windows, and as the nades keep on sailing past, the threat is at an all-time high. I can't believe he's gotten this unscathed,
so
this
close.
off the flash, emerges with his kill. Now it's on Davideus to recover, and he is finding good damage, but the threat looms near. And the rotation's still quite some distance off. I mean, look how desperate with the P2000. DGT comes sprinting, and then Snow exits out through market to save him with a huge recovery here. Sure versus pistols. Yakindar's Deagle goes down with just 1. Just surviving there's enough. P2000 in hand, but it's enough space for the support to move forward.
Okay, they make the grave error of both reloading at the same time in the site, and with A1Ss, no less, but because Furia don't plan and don't get that 1 extra kill on Empty Pillar, they can't actually like push the retake out from stop the retake from happening, I should say. And the energy is actually just flowing back in the other direction now. It's looking real nice here from paiN to take the lead again. You know, yeah, paiN don't play typical CS. They remind me more of like a Bad News Eagles. You know, like they can tailor a game plan to a tough opponent and match up to them. I think their games end up being close because they think while the game's happening, not so much set up a strategy before they play their match. And I think that's both a sign of their court IQ and like belief in their system and their calling. I think that you know, credits their calling. I think more than anything else, and their trust in it. It also does bring in some weaknesses. Maybe sometimes they look a little too repetitive. Sometimes rounds fall way too flat.
Oh, Yakinder under pressure from both sides. Ooh, damn, this one starts to get swept away real quick. Only kSCERATO to answer there. It felt like paiN were out of it, kind of pressured back, not able to get into the game, but then boom, from all directions.
Boom dia. They're getting loud. It feels like they're in the room with us, man. You can hear them getting louder every single round.
Starting to feel very real, this CT side.
It's the same double con setup with a cat player that Furia used versus them. They're all over it. tense here for Furia. Sid just talking about how they have bigger aspirations than just winning 1 or 2 tournaments, as they should. Trending at the perfect moment here towards the end of the season. But you got to work hard every single day.
And that utility out towards middle to try to keep the majority of paiN preoccupied. They've had such an affinity for these fights too so far in this half. Oh. Cheeky little spot, and Fallen trying to keep that pressure up. Trying to be bigger than he really is, because he is currently very alone here.
Kind of like the idea to go B, though, huh? After what we saw last time?
Yes.
Why not give it a try? And it's a real perimeter play here from paiN. No cat presence. They're kind of just letting Fallen have this, not clearing him out at all. So, you know, they can have a great hold, but if they don't, rotations are going to be a little slower. Full split is happening. No pressure back on mid.
Flash finds DGT, NQZ on the hold at first. Taken down by that Tech 9 on arrival. Davideus gets out from the market, but drops empty-handed. And they are going to find their way through those 3 defenders that paiN offered up. Davideus going down with nothing. At least the other 2 brought 1 with them. It is damage, of course, for Fallen and Yuri to have to handle. biguzera still fighting for this, and they've got this pressured Tech 9 trying to go for the front of sight instead. Yuri looking for a chance to strike. Molodoy just still tucked into this bench, yet to come out from this corner. And you've got Snow still playing with the kit. A back spotted on the approach. Good trade out of Yuri. It's a health advantage for him, but Snow still makes it on the way over for a 10th paiN round win.
It's a great retake for how they slowed it down and tried to read the walking around the site that Yuri pulled off, but you know. Okay, so here's a round where you look at this and you go, paiN, come on. You know, how did you let this happen? This is a team that has basically nothing to work with, and they get a full cat split open, 1 player coming by himself, has control of all of mid. You're not mollying top boxes. You're not killing him from ladder room. You're not peeking from connector at all. You're just letting your 2 guys in the back of the site deal with an entire split. And then you look at their score, and you're like, wait, you guys are beating Furia right now. That's what I think, that's like sort of expectations versus reality when you watch a paiN match. But then you see the retake, and you go, okay.
Oh, there it is.
They can get themselves out of sticky spots.
Well, only a few more spots to stick the landing. 3 from the win here are paiN, and 3 from tying Furia. Woo.
That's such a key find. Oh,
critical recovery in the apartment.
He knew no one was going to be ready for that. You know, smoke. That shows 3 players were B, 2 were push, but not at the same time. Hard to catch kaiSeRA off guard, but that actually worked.
Smoke in front of the ramp gives you Kindar enough space to cross over if he wants to. He's going to keep that open. Trying to find NQZ exposed. Opper peels back. Snow pushes through onto the base of the stairs. Players jumping over top, coupled with the flashbangs. Oh, dangerous for Snow to step back into that. And Davideus tries the same thing on the other edge of it. Great chance here for Furia now. Molodoy's already got the guarantee of the B site. Bomb is actually still floating towards spawn.
Yeah.
Don't get too weird here, Furia.
Yeah, you know, you have the A site with 2 players. That's definitely the move.
And the bomb is afforded a chance to double back. So this round ends up hinging on paiN trying to fight both sides of that connector smoke.
Yeah.
Neither one goes their way.
Yeah, yeah. Tara lurking around the smokes as well. But it's not the right side exec. It's the deep control of stairs that Furia were intending to look for. So paiN took a risk trying to fight back that way. And QZ would love to keep this up, even though they've been winning. Money's not insanely high here for the CT side. Oh, okay.
Just run him down.
Yeah, you actually love that. I mean, that's a lot of money. They can't even invest more to try to hunt him down. That was supposed to be a free find. Instead, he keeps an op forward. They lose 10K of value. Now, was Molodoy's off too, right?
I believe so.
I believe so.
Trying to emerge from the other side like that.
It's one of those moments you might gloss over, but might be a difference maker since he has that op right now. Is he going back to CT, though, is the question. Oh, looks like it's actually a bit of a B-lean. They were flying blind previously. It looks like Snow's going to be really put to the test now. Maybe DGT gets some relief, comes over towards A if he's going to be up there, but there'll be a gap for the A site to be vulnerable.
Pressure on Snow, but the fire won't find him. Supportive utility inbound, and Furia about to pounce out. Oh, Caserado, what a kill.
You're joking.
And DGT's chance from Ticket comes up with nothing yet. A second volley of damage to be had soon enough. Bomb, just waiting for the activations of paiN. And it feels like, you know, when paiN are signing up for these kinds of fights, Furia just waiting for them, whether that's a fight at the bottom of stairs, trying to push through a smoke. In this case, that challenge out from Ticket.
We just got to see that again, though, because did Caserado two-tap him through the
wood
fat side of that balcony?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or
they kind of exchanged glances. I don't know if it was
he
taps,
spraying and only hit the head? It's Caserado, so he pulled some magic off, obviously, but that was kind of insane. I definitely feel for Snow right there.
It was nasty. But you can feel Furia powering up for it. Again, I just feel like they left so many potential challenges open, but we're ready for all of them. You know, and that's kind of what paiN have been doing, is stepping into those fights. It's now becoming a bit too predictable, and Furia just ensuring that they've got the edge in these duels, guns in hand, just kind of stutter stepping and always playing with enough time where they're not forced to go. Let paiN take that step into their own deaths one too many times. But also, this shot from Caserado.
Oh, so nasty. Like, you got to be feeling
a chance.
Helpless, yeah, if you're Snow.
So this recovery in full effect. M4 and an op. All that paiN have to try to keep that lead.
But we've seen the last of the ecos.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's actually mad interesting. How's this going to look for Yuri? He's playing it carefully, though. He's, like, mad suspicious of this push. Oh, so
Has
good.
good reason to be. Ooh, down goes your M4. Meant to be set up by the two pistols in front of it.
Very nice.
But again, right? Furia just let paiN make that move.
Yeah.
It's a sort of passive resilience. Catching Davideus, making moves. This is Furia just kind of letting paiN step into their deaths. Yet again, this time obviously working with less. It makes sense that they try to throw something the direction of Furia. It's not like they're overstepping in the middle of an execute or anything like that. But we go 3 rounds straight. Furia tied game at 10 here on map 3.
It's essentially that they go quickly for a bit of map control, and then they get a spot that paiN need back. And then when they don't respond, then Furia push, but if they do, then they make all these bad decisions around it. It's like on the A side, if you let an Opera get to Apex, right outside of A ramp, right to the left of A ramp, then suddenly you're just so nervous in CT spawn. You got a headshot angle versus the guy on Apex. You just want to get him out of there.
Yes, sir.
You know that he's going to be a problem for you in the post plant. In a lot of ways, Counter-Strike is a game of push and pull, and you try to just get your opponents to make bad decisions when you take enough from them.
.40 bullets downrange towards top middle, and nothing to really show for it. What's been a sequence of kind of more passive moments. Furia trying to get Molodoy at it. Oh,
no.
Towards top mid, 2 casualties. This is what paiN's been looking for, stepping into these duels, but it's not been going their way recently until now. Round 21 with a 4v3 advantage.
This is kind of where you need a Molodoy moment, to be honest. 2 trades back might be too much to sustain. We're talking about 11 on the line.
Patience, Molodoy.
Oh no.
Boy, turns. Does he get punished? 1 kill for his efforts! And there was a second there to be had, but NQZ scoops up the trade frag. Yuri and kSerato both to come through from the Palace.
It's pretty phenomenal he picked that up. DGT timing. Will he look around?
He's keeping himself tucked, but
there it is.
He gets caught. Perfectly
Headshot.
cleared by Yuri. Cautious about some kind of a jungle challenge. You've got Davideus inbound from Catwalk. Flash
Yo,
goes into
come
Khan,
on.
and Yuri doesn't even need it.
Lights out.
Zinger of a headshot here. Yuri all round long.
Sid just looking mad serious. Like, are you for real right now? That kill into connector. Even the kill into under balcony, you couldn't really see it from the model, but it's just a first bullet headshot. He was a hitman this round.
Finding this timing on DGT is everything, and this kill, as clinical as it was, a burst of impact out of Yuri.
They don't know how easy he made that round for Furia.
Damn, and how easy he could make this 22nd as well.
Oh no.
Could. Again, the keyword.
Yeah. Well,
Fallen has been bullied here on Mirage, sitting 6 and 14 off that opening death. Just when Furia find a lead, they now face a 5v4. Jump spotting over towards Ticket. paiN allow Molodoy to post on this angle. But now it's been spotted, right?
it
Yeah.
seemed like it, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Offers the smoke up in the middle, but Snow's now got a back turn. Oh, Yuri turns around. Good cover to Yakindar, who's then going to open up sight with more space. And Furia fine timing.
I know you were thinking, like, the smoke just allows him to clear it.
Yep. Thought maybe you could skip a step. But Yuri gives good coverage. And no kit here for biguzera and DGT. They are locked in, or at least biguzera is. Doesn't feel like there's any escape. If you could bring a player or two down with you, so be it. But Furia on the brink of securing this 12th. And for a game that was so wild, so close to having these back and forth moments, it felt like once Furia found comfort in just taking an extra second, that little bit of a pause, kind of let paiN tie the noose themselves. This game has now come to a close to Furia's favor.
Yeah, and also I think, you know, Yuri kind of wins them the game. Like that last round, it was such a good position for paiN. The thing is, it would have had more impact if Yuri didn't use as much ammo. But each of those kills was kind of like a first bullet headshot, but he had a burst with it. And I don't know. That just kind of wipes away everything here. All the effort that paiN had put into coming back into this match, looking very solid in some of their CT rifle rounds, especially versus the mid control. But now it's Furia's time to respond, and you see the star of the show. Molodoy, top of the board, opening kill on what could be the last round.
NQZ looking for the equalizer. Fallen could have just gotten away, but instead he'll lock it in behind top mid boxes.
They haven't that is one thing. They haven't done a good job of flushing out this top mid position.
And as they go for it, Yakindar gets closer, so even if Fallen kind of gets full-on rush, Yakindar's going to be here for what you think is the trade. Yep. Ready to go for it while 3 players set their eyes on DGT in B solo. NQZ is going to be a little preoccupied with mid at the moment. He's going to drop a smoke, announces himself while burning, but NQZ actually throws caution to the wind in terms of holding mid. A smoke that certainly helps. Any threat of Yakindar arriving, NQZ just brushes him off to lend a helping hand towards B, and it pays off in spades.
I think they kind of just messed up their sequencing here because they have so much time left over. They had mid control to work with, but they didn't actually threaten the cat split before that hit came in on upper B. I feel like they kind of came at this one as if they were losing the round.
I see what you said.
But Furia had more time, more players, and better guns. All the utility and everything. They had mollied the entirety of the back of bench, but they revealed themselves in the B apartments, didn't have the split on cat, and that's actually where paiN have been the weakest at stopping the mid part of the split from coming through. So they let NQZ get way too much out of this.
So off the back of a 4 versus 5, paiN trying to push overtime on map 3. It was a hell of a challenge to swing on Nuke the way they did.
Well, there's no one in B, and what is happening?
Though walks out into the A site. Now you've got a second Palace player doomed. Everybody trying to scramble over. If Furia skips steps, they may not anticipate so much support here already, but leave it to Furia to simply take heads off shoulders to try to close this one out in regulation. Stepping out from the ramp. You know, all those rounds where they let paiN step into their own depth, this time Furia just crank the aggression on their terms, and across the board will close this with 4 players strong. It is back to playoffs for Furia yet again, becoming all too common of a scene. Top dogs in the second half of 2025, the fastest route and potential straight to semis. Only time will tell.
That was such an interesting game where, in the end, it ends 13-11, but it